Yeah, no, it's gonna have to rub my feet or something. I mean, it's gonna do something that's gonna make me think that I need that versus what I have, unless what I have stops working, and break it or lose it or drown it. So, then I'll buy one. But no, do I like having air trees? Do I want to go out and spend the $1,600 in the whole ecosystem? No. I'm about to renew my homeowner's insurance for the year, which is not cheap in Florida.
Well, you're not lying. The way with all this other stuff happening,
Yeah.
that could be a problem. It's already a problem in a lot of places.
Oh, it's a big problem now. My company just decided they didn't want to insure me anymore. I'm 63 years old. I've never.
Well, we should be pretty much set to fly. Jake, how you doing? Dave Ennis. Jake is known as Dave Ennis. Or Dave Ennis is known as Jake, I guess. That would be the correct way to put it. Jake, how you doing? How's it going, Dave? You still hanging in there, I see, which is good to hear. Yeah, this getting old, it's kind of has its ups and downs. Mostly down rather than up, but yes. I've been doing a little bit of flying some ships, get a few ships here and there. I did one last night after sunset. It was still light. And it turned out fairly well. Oh, Jake was your dad's name, huh? Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a family tradition, is to carry on a name. Sunstar, good morning to you. Yeah, my full name is Paul Roy Murray, and Roy was my father's name. I know that some people are over with Johnny Drone Flyer, his morning coffee. See, they're still working on the removing of the bridge in Baltimore. Terry Ann, how you doing? Good morning. Perry Ann, you've been around a while. Several years you've been on YouTube. Mia, stop. Mia gets so rambunctious in the morning. It's Perry Ann Hooven, Hooven. Uh, uh, Dave, I think that's what you meant to say. Morning, Perry Ann. You put Hoover like the vacuum sweeper, but yep. Cool Cat, good morning. Anybody like to join the panel and have a discussion? Feel free to join. The link is at the top of the chat. Just click on it, and then you have two ways to come in. You can come in with both voice and video or camera, or you can just click the camera off and just come in with audio. So but everybody likes to talk to somebody face to face. Yeah, I know, Joe. I saw you over there on his panel. Joe was over on Johnny Drone Flyers Drones and Coffee show he has once a week. Yeah, it's kind of the weather's kind of nice here today. A little bit windy, but not bad. This is the thing that I can never understand. This guy's carrying this little toddler out there by the water, sets him down, and the kid runs around, and I'm always afraid he's going to go right in the drink, because the current here is about 8 knots downstream. And there's always guys down there fishing. Curtis, good morning. Yes, yeah, it was good. It was a great video, Curtis. I couldn't, I was having an old man brain fart. I couldn't remember the name of the drone, the splash drone, goes in and out of the water. At one point in time, I thought about buying one, but with this current and everything, there's no way I would be able to control it, because I don't believe once it's in the water, if you don't have a good connection, a good signal, you could lose it downstream really fast. But you did a nice job on your video. The okay, the boat that you see every once in a while here, that is a historical monument now because it's called the Huron Lightship. And it used to be way out at the beginning of the Corsican Shoal to kind of identify for ships out there where they should head for when they're out in the lake. And it has a light on top of it, a beacon. And it was retired when they went out and they put a permanent out there. Plus now with all the radars and everything that the ships have, there's really no need. They used to go out there and anchor like from about February, March, the beginning of the season through December, the end of the season. And it used to be staffed by people on board. There was Coast Guard on board the entire time. They obviously worked in shifts, but yes. So it was retired, and well, I don't think I'm up for buying any more drones. I'm getting to the age and stage, Curtis, where I have to limit my time flying because I just don't get around like I used to. And the time's going to come not too far away, I don't think, where I'm probably not going to be able to fly anymore because, you know, my hands aren't as steady as they were when I get a hold of the controller. I get a little twitch, and yeah, is what is. Getting older. Hey, Lance. Good morning. Yeah, this camera is on top of the convention center, which is on the US side. That's Canada. And they put it on auto. And on auto, it does a pre-programmed, as you all know, I'm sure. Uh, it just kind of pans and zooms and does different things all automatically until an operator signs in, logs in, and takes control of the camera, which they do periodically, depending upon if there's ships or not. I did that not this year, not last year. How long ago was it? It was a couple of years ago. When they first started that camera, I started doing it. What you doing, boo? You're a goofball. Yes, you are. You're goofy. Here's my little baby. Right, Bimby? Yeah? Yeah. What do you want? What is it you want? Huh? You're just a problem. You're just a problem. Yes, you are. Hey, Ron, how's it going? Here's Mr. Lockwood himself.
I just thought I'd poke my head in the door and say hi real quick.
You've been really busy, I can tell.
Yeah, I'm just getting off work. I'm gonna go home and do some outdoor work, and then I'm invited to a graduation party next door, and then go back to work tomorrow, actually at the same station. And then Tuesday morning, I'm heading to Billings, Montana, to go see Don. The doctors are going to come in and they want to talk to him, and he wants me there because he says I help explain things to where he understands it. So.
Well, you know, he's got a good friend in you, and I know that you feel the same way about him. But getting older, you just never know, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, David's here.
Yeah, I thought I'd pop in. I'm about, so you might hear a lot of banging and tidying up.
What are you making?
I'm not. Trying to sort my desk out.
Oh,
You know when you need that one item, and you have to pull everything out of every fucking box, and then you find it at the bottom of the last one.
yep.
Then you got to put everything back.
Well, yeah, I call it hunting for something you know you got, but you don't know where it is, you know?
Yeah. And it seems to be happening more and more lately.
So, Ron, are you just getting off shift?
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Yikes.
yeah, I'm gonna head home and got a couple outdoor projects I'm working on. So
How's
Two-
how's the
two in
herd
particular.
doing? Do you see the herd very much?
yeah, they're not coming around quite as much. To recognize them. I mean, like you get to recognize almost like facial features, and I could tell by his comfort level with me. He comes right up to the porch, stands there, and stares at me, and I'm like, all right, hold on, I'll be right back. Let me go get the corn, and I'll come out. And as I start to walk to him, he actually starts walking towards me, and then I sit there and tell him he had enough,
Now,
put the corn away, and then he won't leave me alone for about an hour.
Do you end up throwing the corn on the ground for him, or does he eat it right out of the container?
Oh, he eats it right out of my hand, but I've been kind of
You're breaking up a bit there, Ron.
back a little bit on putting corn down. I'm trying to grow some grass there. I got some topsoil and grass seed the other day. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yep,
Yep.
we can hear.
Yeah,
you.
I got some grass seed and
You're a little
topsoil and
bit-
trying to grow some grass there.
You're a little bit scratchy here and there.
Oh, it's not a good day. I didn't want to do that. Mark, I've got a response from the EFL for you. Shut up, you smart ass. No, they said they've had a few people email and they didn't word their statement correct. It is all time traveling,
Right.
not just next season. Apparently, it's something to do about our 145th.
Good morning, Joe
Birthday.
Photo Leo.
So the EFL want to do a feature on us next season. Great.
What fun.
Yeah.
Frank Rizzo is here.
We're going to do a feature on how many dodgy decisions the referees can make against you. Yeah, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Just the one or two.
Joe. Geordie.
See, this is why you should never buy things from the centre aisle in Lidl. You take one fucking bolt out of it and the fucking thing falls apart. Surely that wasn't holding the whole thing together. Clearly it was, but you know.
So Ron, you're going home, are you? Or before you go over and see your friend or what?
I'm going home today. I got to work again tomorrow.
Oh,
I'll work a 24-hour shift tomorrow, and then when I get off Tuesday morning, then I'm going to head to Billings. It's about a 4-hour drive. But like I said, the doctors are coming in to talk to him. He wants me there to help explain things. So, and I've done that before, where the docs will talk to him, and he's like, I don't know what they were talking about, so I will sit and explain simple terms to him. You know.
well, you've been there. What's his outlook? What's his progress going to look like going forward?
Well, he actually it changes from day to day, Paul. What's today? Sunday.
Yeah.
Friday morning, the game plan was that the case manager was in and talked to him. Said they were looking at talking again on Monday and potentially looking at Tuesday as a release date from the hospital, sending him back to another hospital close to home. Right.
Okay, so he would.
Good place. It's called the Billings.
He's at a stage though where he needs assisted living, right?
Right. And so he was to be shipped back to the place where he was life flighted from a week ago. And the game plan was Tuesday morning, one of his neighbors was going to meet me. We were going to take his truck, Don's truck, because his truck is the only vehicle that can handle electronically the O2 concentrator. When I try to plug that thing in my truck, it blows fuses. So, but that all changed yesterday morning. The whole plan changed yesterday morning. I got a call from his daughter and said he was having chest pain again. His heart rate went into what they call atrial fibrillation, and his heart rate was up pushing 200. Basically what that is, Paul, it's a dying heart. He's at end of life care at this point.
Okay.
That could be, yeah. It could be a day, a month, 6 months. I don't know. The son of a bitch is tough as nails. I got to give him that. He keeps fighting. And right now, he told me yesterday, he goes, Ron, all I want to do is go home and be with my cat and die. So
He was going to say all he wants to do was go hunting.
yeah.
Who's taking care of his cat?
The neighbor. I hate that cat. I could give two shits less than
It's a shame you hate that cat because it looks like you're getting it.
fucking cat. I hate
You
that
can
thing.
join the Paul Murray Pussy Show in the evenings when everybody's cat seems to appear on camera.
Yeah. I'm not overly fond of cats in general, but like Ralph, the outfitter I work for,
Yeah.
he has a cat that I just absolutely love. That cat. She is my best little buddy. She always, when I pull in there, she recognizes my truck. She comes up to me and jumps up on my hood, or she'll jump up in the front seat. You know, you pick her up and you pet her and you put her down and she comes up and paws at you and says, "Don't stop petting me." She's a cool cat. But Don's cat is fucking mean.
Just leave me alone, huh?
Yeah. I'd rather put a bullet in that cat. But
Oh, Ron, You're on a cat
Yeah.
lover show here. Can't say things like that.
Oh, I would say I hate that. It hates me. So
There's no love lost there.
no,
If it helps, the cat probably feels the same.
that's like that gigantic Garfield-looking feral cat I caught last summer in my trap. I caught that thing, and boy, it was big. He actually looked like he had muscles. He was huge.
He was
He looked like he was
like an Arnold Schwarzenegger cat.
yeah. He was. I'm telling you, he was like he was bulked up. And then I caught him in the trap. I took him 25 miles away and dumped him at the Amish community. And when I threw him out of the cage, I threw him down over the hill, and he turned around and started to come back at me. And that's when I pulled the pistol out, and I'm like, "Don't challenge me, because you will lose." I would have shot him in a heartbeat. So, but he decided to make the correct decision and leave.
Oh, thing.
But
All
Yeah,
he
yeah.
wanted, Ron, all he wanted was a goodbye hug.
yeah,
Yeah, he was looking for his kiss goodbye.
yeah, give him
Now-
a kiss right in the ass.
When you say he had muscles, the question has to be, what the hell was you putting in your trash?
No, I said the cat looked like he had like he worked out at the gym. Like he had muscles.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What the hell were you putting in your trash that was making him like all the steroids, you know?
I don't know. I think he was eating the neighbor's trash or something. But yeah, I'm telling you, this son of a bitch was big.
Hey,
Yeah,
good
he
morning,
was
Joe.
Thank
Hey,
God
man.
there was metal. There was a metal cage in between him and I, because he had a serious look on his face, like, "You let me out of this cage, I am going to hurt you." So yeah, he was
Let me out
nasty.
this cage, we need to have a chat.
But anyhow, like I said, I tolerate Don's cat, and it's been his buddy. That's all he's been worrying about lately. So I couldn't do anything to that cat. But
So
the one
Don's-
thing, the one
you
one
and
lesson
Don,
I've been-
you and Don's cat don't get along, right?
no, not really. It tolerates me. He won't come around me, but he leaves me alone. But I've been up to his house a couple times, you know, where like I got to stop there tomorrow, or no, today. I got to go up there today and get some things for him. And the cat's outside right now, and whenever the cat sees a car pulling in the driveway, he'll run to the door like, "Oh, somebody let me in." But when he sees me, nope, he'll run, take off the other direction, because he knows Ron ain't let me in the house.
So the fact that he's outside the house, he's almost acting like a semi-feral cat then.
Well, yeah, Dawn. Sometimes you can't teach Dawn things. You tell him that he leaves the garage door cracked open about, I don't know, 8 inches, and the cat can go in and out. He puts food in there for the cat. I told him, I said, "Dawn, you have that little barn." He has a little wooden like shed barn right beside the house. I'm like, "Leave that door cracked in that barn." And I said, "Not your garage." And the reason being is all the other neighborhood cats are coming in there and they're spraying. The inside of his garage reeks. Oh my God. It's terrible. But
Oh, I hate the UK weather.
Well, you heard about Johnny yesterday. I mean, Joe yesterday was flying his Avata 2 and he got attacked by a swarm of birds.
oh,
No, he didn't get attacked, he got warned.
Yeah, I got warned. I didn't really get attacked. It was actually 46 birds I
46
counted that
birds
flew in
were
front of that
swooping.
drone.
how the hell did you count 46 birds?
In the video, one at a time as they passed.
Are you serious?
Yeah, 46 birds. It
Wow.
might have been 10 birds, but it was 46 passes.
Wow.
and I had one of them come right at it, and he was maybe about 2 feet in front of it, looking at it.
Yeah, I was out with mine about a week ago, and all of a sudden I saw this zing, zing. I'm like, uh-oh, time to come back. Yep. So,
Well, the sad part of it was, Ron, he was over water.
Yep. Cheek squeezing
that's
time.
even worse.
Yeah,
That's what worries me, Joe. When I fly up in Alaska, that's what worries me. I'm flying over water, and there's so many eagles up there. They will attack.
Oh yeah.
And there's times that I'll sit there at the lodge, at the fishing lodge, and I'll sit there, wait a couple minutes, and if I hear them screeching, I won't even launch the drone. Because I know if I do, they're coming after it. I don't know what you do, Joe, but you know what I have found my best escape for attacking birds is I will put my, still have my Mavic 2, but I put it in sports mode, and I just shoot that thing 500 feet in the air. Because that thing takes off like a rocket, and it gets the hell away.
Yeah, if you go straight up, the only problem is if it's an eagle, you can go straight up with you.
Yeah. I don't know. When you put it in sports mode, those drones, they haul ass up pretty high. And then I'll take off somewhere, and I'm like, oh, God, I hope that, and then I sit there and worry about, like, I hope I can get it back. I try to get it out from above water,
Right.
But
well, I was flying over water, and it was like I could have got 20 feet to each side. It was a bank, so I didn't have a problem. It was a little bayou. I didn't have a problem getting there, but I didn't want to mess up my shot because I had this thing going. I just kept flying it steady as much as I could, and they kept none of them. Like I said, only one of them got close.
Yeah,
and he was coming towards me.
I remember last summer I was coming back from Yellowstone, and I got attacked by some Tweety birds, little guys, and I actually heard the buzzing noise. I actually heard the blades cut them up, and thank God, it was kind of a neat situation in a way and scary at the same time. I looked at my screen and all I saw was a tumbling drone, and the drone was only 50 yards in front of me, but I was blinded by morning sunrise and I couldn't tell where it went. And then thank God it landed in some soft pine tree branches.
Right.
So the drone stayed on and the camera stayed on. So I'm like, okay, it's in one of those pine trees, but which one? And I couldn't see it because it's gray. So I had my smart controller, and I started walking towards it, and it says that what I had to do is I actually got to the base of one tree, and it says you're 30 feet away. So I started walking every other direction I went. It kept telling me I'm further. I'm like,
right. So
that was telling me that I was at the tree, but it was 30 feet above my head. So
right.
I looked up and I spotted it. And I'm all by myself, Joe, out in this area called Cheetos Highway. It's a shortcut from Yellowstone to Cody, Wyoming. Beautiful, beautiful scenery, canyons and rivers through. So, is this a smart idea or not? But I am not going home without my drone. So.
Right. Yeah, we lost you.
And I started climbing. I started climbing the pine tree, and I'm looking at the controller, going, "All right, now you're 15 feet." I'm like, "Well, I climbed the right tree." Sure enough, I get up there and I got it, and just praying to God, like if I would have fell out of that tree, nobody would have found me for 2 weeks. Where I was at, But I'm like, I'm not going home without my drone. So it didn't have any damage to it. Like the one wing or the one blade was kind of cut up, but structurally it was fine. but it just
Yeah.
became unbalanced and crashed into that tree. So they put a new blade on it. It was good as new. So,
Well, about 6 weeks ago, I was out at Mandeville Harbor. They were doing the blessing of the fleet, all the different sailboats, and there was a bald eagle sitting in a tree across the way. So I had the Mavic 3, and I was flying, and I was keeping an eye on him, and he wasn't bothering anybody, just minding his own business. And so I decided to get a little closer to him, and I got maybe about 70 feet from him, and I'm looking at him, and I can get a little bit closer because he's not bothering me. And I got to about 60 feet, and he just turned his head and looked at the drone, and it was like he was saying, "I dare you to get closer."
yeah.
Yeah. Just want to correct you
Dare
there,
you.
Joe. That wasn't a bald eagle. It was Dominic. It's not his fault. He's bald.
Yeah. But when I brought it away from him, he kind of fluttered his wings a little bit, and then I brought it up in the air a little bit higher. And when I went a little bit higher, he came off the branch and went above it about 50 feet and started squawking. And
Wow.
the funny part about it is that I had never heard a bald eagle squawk, and I heard him, and that was classic, you know. And I'm listening
Oh,
to it,
yeah.
and I'm watching him. He's about 50 feet above me,
That's
and
a
he's
good
doing
picture behind you,
quick
Paul.
circles. He's doing quick circles, and then all of a sudden, like a bullet, another one come flying in.
You know, it's so cool to see, Joe. Like there was when I was in Alaska last June, I went to what the hell was the name of that beach? The guy at the auto parts store in Homer, Alaska said, go to this, I think it was called Money Creek Beach or something like that. He said, if you want to see a bunch of eagles, go there. So I drove down this dirt road for like a mile or two, and I came upon this beach along the bay. Oh my God. I've never seen so many eagles in my life. There were hundreds of them. It was just amazing, and every one of them squawking. Oh, but it was cool to see. They're so much bigger up there. I don't know whether you know it, but eagles in Alaska migrate down to like our area in Montana and Wyoming during the winter, and then they go back up in the spring. But I better slow down. It's 45 through here, and I'm doing 65.
Probably good hunting up there, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I can't wait to get back up there. I head up in August. So
Well, the ones that I can't figure out is every once in a while somebody will post a video of their little dog out in the yard being grabbed by an eagle and taken off, you know?
I saw a video not long ago. One grabbed a lady's child.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, kid that looked like he was about a year or two old. Picked them up, and they're so smart. I've watched them on videos where they'll go up on like mountain goats and that. They'll come up and grab them, and the goats are too big for them to fly away with. So what they do is they grab a hold of them and knock them off the mountains to where they fall to their death. Then they get out and eat them. Yeah, they're smart that way.
Did the child get away?
Yeah, the mother ran over and, but it actually had the child airborne. He had him about 10 feet off the ground.
Wow.
Yeah, can you imagine that sitting there and a giant ass eagle comes up and grabs your kid? They're powerful. They're, the bald eagles have a talon strength of over 2,000, and the golden eagles are over 3,000 pounds per square inch of talon power. Their talons are just unbelievably powerful.
And they're sharp too.
Oh, hell yeah. My brother, when he ran his Raptor Rehab Center in Wichita, Kansas, I have send you a picture sometime. I got to hold 2 of his eagles, and you had to put a glove on, and you had to be careful that bird didn't accidentally come off the glove, because if they freak out, there was one guy there that happened to him. He had his arm positioned the wrong way, and the bird started to walk up his arm, and then it spooked, and the bird's talon went through one side of his arm and out through the other.
Oh,
Wow.
That's how powerful they are. They're incredible. Yeah.
no, that's not something I'd like to play with.
And that would kind of suck.
Yeah. Well, I'm almost in the Gillette. I got to stop in and thank my supervisor for me. See, I'll
Okay.
tell you what, the people here have just been so good to me with the situation with Dawn. I was scheduled to be, it's got to be 100 miles. Well, yeah, about 75 miles from here, the wrong direction. And I called my boss last night, or my supervisor, and said, any chance you could switch me with this person and let me work what we call our right station, WRIGHT. And I said, that'll put me so much closer to Billings. And she's like, consider it done, Ron. Like that woman, Paul, she tested me when I first started here. She put me through hell. And then once she found out, and I found out why last night, why she did that. She kind of likes an all-girl crew. And there was a guy from New Mexico he got fired. Matter of fact, that's how I got hired. He got fired and it was an open spot. So, but this guy was on her crew and he just was a complete shitbag. And so she thought, oh God, here we go. Another dude. Let's see what this one's made of. So she put me through the test. And now that I've passed her test, she is so good to me. She's strict. She follows every rule to the T, and she expects you to do the same. But if you do that and you treat her with respect, anytime you need something, that woman will bend over backwards for you. And, you know, when I even told her, you know, she knows about Dawn, and I went to her and I asked about, you know, I guess they call it the bereavement policy or whatever, the hospital.
Yeah.
She goes, Ron, I'm already one step ahead of you. She goes, I know Dawn is not family, but he is family to you. And when that time comes, she goes, I've already spoken to the manager about you. So when that time comes, don't worry, your shifts are covered. You take whatever time you need. So it's things like that, you know, Paul, that I realize at a job, you know, sometimes maybe money is not everything, but when your supervisors and bosses treat you like that, that's why I love it here. You know, I was up in North Dakota Wednesday and did a helicopter shift up there, and the culture difference is so different. It's unbelievable. The people up there, they were whining and backstabbing and complaining, and oh my God. So I'm so glad I made the switch.
Yeah.
But it was fun flying again. Yeah. But no, I like it here. I'm glad I made the switch. And, you know, here it is, 45 minutes and I'm almost home. You know, that's what I really like. Yeah. But anyhow, I've got
you were driving what, 3.5 hours each way?
4.5. Yeah. Hey, David, how is Laura? I have not seen her in
Yeah, she's at her mum's at the moment. She'll be home later.
She
All right,
went
so hello.
on vacation with her mother, and her mother took a turn for the worse.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Well, her mum's pulled through. Her mum's now home.
Okay.
She's got like loads of extra things put in place, carers and stuff. But Laura's looking after her this weekend while her dad has to go away.
Oh, okay. I'll give her my best. All right, said hello.
Well,
Yeah,
she
it's
might
been
lie
hard
later
on David, not only because Laura's not there, but all the nieces and nephews aren't there, and he's so used to having them there every weekend.
Shut up, Paul.
There you go. Starting again.
He just loves
Stir
those
that
kids,
pot.
Ron. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been having a big ass party, David. Man, the place is yours. kick around, run around the house in your underwear, and you know, yeah, you could.
I live in a ground floor flat with very low
Play it-
windows. I ain't running
Playing
around in
it-
no underwear.
Playing at avoiding the cockatiels.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, you know, he talks a big stream, but, you know, he loves them kids.
Yeah.
Paul? I'll have to say it again.
You love those kids.
Shut the fuck up, Paul.
Well,
Especially what, Hannah, is it?
Yeah.
We might not even have Hannah this time. We've only got definitely got Amber, Rebecca, and Matthew. But
Hannah's the older one that's
like.
getting of age, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah.
Ron, he's being lumbered with the kids for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, he can't wait to get the kids back in the house.
Shut up, Paul. I keep telling you this because they may be watching.
Well, yeah, well they probably keep an eye on you because
Got it.
you're their Uncle David and they care about you and they want to be with you.
They don't care about me. They just want money.
Hi, Justin.
Well, guys,
Yeah.
I gotta pop out.
Okay,
And,
Ron. Hey, good
That's right,
talking
Ron.
to you. And we hope everything works
Later
out.
on.
Well, it's next couple of days is going to be kind of tough. I mean, the discussion Tuesday where Don and I are going to talk about end of life care. There's a couple places that I'm going to talk to the doctors and see if they do release them, what their recommendation is. There's a couple places I want to take them for him and I to go together. And I already told him I'm bringing your camera because he loves photography like me. And but give him one last hoorah, you know.
Yeah.
So the next couple of days is gonna be kind of tough, but we'll get through it.
Okay.
So you guys take care.
Okay, Ron.
And,
Later
we'll
on.
catch you
All the
on
best,
another
my
day.
friend. Yep.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
see you later, Ron.
Take care, guys.
Now back to David's situation without the kids. I can't imagine.
Right, I'm calling it.
So there's a new leak, a new drone coming up.
Well, that's what they say. A Mavic 4 or something.
Air 4.
Air 4.
Yeah, 3's not been out long enough for the Air 4 to come out.
Well, it's already been pictured.
What's the new issue with the Air 4?
I think it's a bigger sensor. I think they're going to a 1-inch sensor on it.
Well, isn't that what's on the Air 2S?
Yep.
It's
But
just
then
like
they've been back, you see?
it's just like the cell phones. They've hit a plateau, and it's just minor upgrades. It's all crap.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get one.
All it is.
No, you know, the best thing, Justin, is I had to follow Joe's advice.
Don't listen to me.
yesterday, And
Listen to me here.
I ordered another drone.
And what did you
because
order?
He told me to get another Air 2S so that I have a backup drone.
I did not.
Doesn't sound like Joe.
I like that,
He
Joe.
kept he
I-
kept going on showing $199 Mavic 3s and said, should I buy it? Should I buy it? Should I buy it? And I said, you're acting like a 5-year-old. Put that money in your pocket. Should I buy it? Should I buy it?
Told you just send me the money, and I won't even kick you in the nuts.
Have you got your refund yet for the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you think he's trying to buy other shit?
Oh God.
I thought
he
that
just
money
got
was
his refund
supposed to
and he went and
be
spent
earmarked
$500.
for your property tax
Well,
next month.
No, my property tax is until the end of August.
well, you've probably done right getting another Air 2S because that's what you like to fly, and you've got this habit of parking them on ice and trucking them in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
So,
what
yeah.
that's the same thing Joe said. So you agree with Joe, right?
No, I
Yeah,
just
good.
agree that you've done the right thing in the wrong way.
Well, the thing of it is what Joe pointed out, is I don't need a smaller, easier.
No. What he's
Wrong,
done is the
because
wrong thing in the
of
right
the
way.
wind.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
wind and the way I fly and everything, and I'm comfortable with the Air 2S. And so Joe said, buy that.
I actually, what I specifically said, was you don't need one until you lose it. If you buy you a Mini 4, you're not gonna like it because you don't like the controller that comes with it. I said, so you need to make sure you have something you can fly. You can't get a Mavic 3 because it doesn't work with your controller, the one you like, and it's not gonna
Well,
work,
he
it'll
has
work
them-
with the ones you don't like. So
And why would he want a Mini 4? He's got a Mini 3 he don't even fly.
that's what we were saying. He was looking at Mini 4s for $199.
And yet he
Well, it
still
was-
flies the
it was-
Autel, which is the
it
same
was-
size as the Mini 3.
But Joe was pointing out that those deals probably were legit. They weren't scams, right, Joe?
Yeah.
No, the only
Now
reason
we
he,
know. Now you know. We know you're lying.
the only reason he flies the Altel is because Altel does better night shots than Auto.
Well, you know, the sad part is, you know, I got that Autel and I don't fly it that much, but it's
But everybody,
came with 3 batteries. 2 batteries have gone bad. They're swelling.
yeah, and they
Well, I
don't
would
even.
dispatch their batteries ASAP because you don't want them to go kaboom.
Well, you know the sad part of it is I can buy Air 2S batteries cheaper than I can buy a replacement battery for that little dinky one.
Well, that's because Altel's not even supporting them.
Now that's the one you ought to sell. Just sell one battery.
I did a night flight last night with the Air 2S, and it turned out fairly well. Let me show it to you. It was a salty. It was a ship coming downbound.
Where'd Justin go?
Sarah came
Okay.
into the room.
Okay, I'm going to screen share this so you guys can see it. It was getting dark, as you can tell by the lights around it. And it was all on auto settings. I didn't change anything. And I think I lightened it up just a little bit here and there when I got it in the editor.
But you said it was a night flight.
Well, see the lights over there? I lightened it up a little bit.
Damn it.
There's
There we
the
go.
street lights. But it was just after sunset.
It looks like midday.
I guess you'd call it what, dusk?
Yeah.
See, look at the lights, car lights.
That didn't even look like nighttime until you started panning the other way.
Like you lightened it up a lot.
No, not a lot, just a little bit.
It must be pointing west.
Yeah, that's west.
Oh, there when it just jumped like crazy in the brightness. No, the minis, the DJIs though, if you don't do a bunch of camera adjustments, they look like absolute shit at nighttime in auto.
Yeah.
The Altels, they're just naturally good in auto where you don't have to really do anything. I mean, granted, they're still not the best video if you're comparing it to something like Matt does, right?
Down the basement, did you go down?
But as far as just people that like to shoot in auto, it's not a bad video.
Okay.
Well, that's what the Mavic 3 is good for.
Me as
because you got that night mode.
Yeah.
And that night mode just completely enhances everything and takes all the green.
She's watching.
Yeah, the Air 3's got night mode as well. Didn't they put that on the Mini 4?
Oh, yeah, today's the,
I think so.
yeah. Hey, how did
I
karaoke
don't
go?
think it's on the Mini 3 Pro.
It's
I
not
haven't
on Mini
seen
3
it.
Pro.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
That's gonna hurt. If you noticed, it turned out pretty well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at Lance. Lance stirring that pot too.
What'd he say?
He said, Paul, did you order that? Did that add to us that Joe recommended come in yet?
Yeah, yep. Lance remembers. You're right, Lance.
Hey, Lance, go fly your Avata too. Your drone you love.
Problem is you don't know how to fly it, Joe.
Over the
Yeah, that's
beach.
the problem. That's the ticket. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Yeah, Joe told me, you know, I listened to Joe. He gives me good advice.
Yeah, he reminds me of one of the kids when they get money.
Mhm.
The lights are pocket on fire.
Mm.
And shoot, I was gonna slap my Marine Corps son yesterday. He texted me and he said they came inches from getting a second dog.
Hmm.
And I told him, I said, number one, you don't need a second dog because she's very defensive when it comes to another dog, the dog that they have. I said she does not want, she wants to hurt him because she's an Australian Shepherd. She wants to be the boss because she's an Australian Shepherd. This was a hound dog type dog. So what it was at a shelter and they said that he was on a chopping block because he was 4 years old. And then somebody said, no, he's not like that. So they changed their mind. And when they got close to each other, when he started getting into her space, she would raise her lip up and show teeth. So,
Well,
no, you don't need that.
it's not really good for, to be honest with you though, I mean, military families, it's not always the best idea to get dogs anyway, because
Yeah, that's the big thing I was saying.
I've seen a lot of military families have to give up their dogs because of certain places they got stationed at. They couldn't take it with them.
Well, that's what he doesn't
Yeah,
realize.
his wife stays there at home.
If he gets flipped to Okinawa or something, what's he gonna do with the dog? You know?
That's what I'm saying. I've seen a lot of military families have to give up dogs because of that.
Well,
Because
Joe,
of
you see,
certain
when you
places.
get your new house, you'll have room for another dog.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I would like to have that. Because if that would happen, I would tell him, if you go to Okinawa, bring her here.
That's why I thought it
And
was funny he bought a house, because most military people don't buy houses, you know, while they're in.
Well, he's practical to the point where he doesn't want to pay rent and lose it. He'd rather pay on a house and then rent it out later. And that's what his plan is, to rent it out later.
Shit, these days, dude, I would not want to be a landlord. Well, I guess here in Florida, I wouldn't mind because of the whole new squatting laws and stuff that they have. But
Yeah.
in other states, I definitely, like, I don't know how people are landlords in California. That would drive me absolutely insane.
Oh, in Florida, you do not do long-term rents. You do holiday let.
Yeah. Well, he's in North Carolina. So.
Florida's about ready to ban Airbnbs because we've had such problems with those down here.
God.
Because
Banned anyway.
there's been a problem with people renting Airbnbs down here, throwing big parties and stuff at them, and I know the sheriff in our county is getting tired of them. There's been so many incidents with Airbnbs. They're ready to do at least a county ban on them because of it. But the state was was throwing that around for a while.
They just did that in New Orleans. They put a ban on it where they what they did was they did a freeze where you couldn't, any rental properties for Airbnb couldn't do it. Then they came in and they did a lottery system where they only allowed one in a certain area and like within a city block. Because people were having a whole city block and renting them all out. So they went to where it was a lottery system. You can only do one per city block and only in certain areas. And a lot of people mad, said that was their investment properties and everything. The city said, we don't care.
Yeah, we've had quite a few issues here with Airbnbs, and I know the county and the state here is getting tired of them because there's not enough oversight on them. And like I said, they've had problems with people renting them out to throw big parties in and stuff. Ends up pissing off a lot of the local people that live around the Airbnb.
Yeah.
One of the houses on our street used to be an Airbnb, but somebody bought it not too long ago. And there was a couple of times where people were renting it out and they were out there having a fucking fight in the middle of the damn road.
Hmm.
I was out there watching one night and a girl called a Uber to come pick her up, and her and her boyfriend are sitting there screaming at each other at the top of their lungs. And she's like, I can't believe your family invited me to Florida to stay in this Airbnb and now they don't want me here. And she's like, I'm just gonna get an Uber and go to the airport and I'm going home. And she didn't. She got in that fucking Uber and was gone.
Yeah.
About 30 minutes later, she gets in the Uber and her boyfriend's chasing the Uber down the road, right in the middle of our neighborhood. That was one of 2 incidents because of that Airbnb.
Wow. She said, I'm going back to my trailer.
And you know, people in neighborhoods don't like seeing new people in a house every other week, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
That they don't know who they are and all that other stuff. People get, a lot of people in neighborhoods that all know each other, they get weary about that. They don't like it.
So how late were you on playing gaming last night?
It was like 1 o'clock we got off.
Because I know that what time would that have been for Tim?
That was afternoon time for him. Like 3 or 4 in the evening. I would say evening time. Because he said he had to run into town, and then Jason and them were ready to get off and go to bed, so I just ended it.
I think Tim's about 14 hours in front of you.
Right, you just if it's 6 o'clock here, you just add 2 hours, and it'll be 8 o'clock, depending on whether it's daytime or nighttime. It's just opposite. I think.
Yeah, they're 9 hours in front of us.
Whenever they do the time change, that's when it gets fucking confusing. Because then they're all like 30 minutes and an hour. And
plus, they don't all change times at the same time. You change time about 2 weeks or 3 weeks before we do.
Right. Yeah, not everybody switches time at the same times.
Yeah, we just give them a head start, Mark.
Yeah. It does mean we get a couple of weeks where we don't have to stay up quite as late.
Yeah, we use that 2 weeks to recuperate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys will be, I think, 5 hours ahead of us normally, but then it's what, 6 hours when you do the time change. Or when we do
Yeah.
the time change, I think it turns to 6 hours
Well, it goes down to 4 hours
or 4 hours, yeah.
at the beginning, but it goes to 6 hours at the end. Yeah. In autumn, it'll go to 6 hours for a couple of weeks. For the spring one, it goes back to 4 hours because the clocks go forward.
Well, that's League Two over with.
Hmm?
League Two's over with.
Week 2's over with.
Yeah. Crawley have just won the playoff final.
With the. Oh, okay. I was thinking the printer, but you didn't have it that long.
Come on, West Ham.
Fuck off.
I beg your pardon. Boise, whatever it will.
Don't mind if Everton beat Arsenal. Like that's going to happen.
Yeah.
There.
I hate West Ham, but today, come on, West Ham.
Laura's dad hasn't gone down to Brighton, has he?
No.
Yeah.
He's in Oxford.
United are away at Brighton.
No, he's in Oxford.
Now they have somebody selling a carbon fiber protector guard and propeller combo for the Avata 2. It makes it look like a freaking tank.
Well, then
The
you
way
don't
it
even
screws
know if,
all on.
well, then you don't even know if half of that shit's actually real carbon too, because a lot of companies
Yeah.
put carbon print on shit and call it carbon.
Mark, what are you
It's
going
not
to do
true
when they kick
carbon.
Man City out of the Football League?
Especially if it's some
$64.
especially if it's some random ass like Chinese company you never heard of, I can almost guarantee it's not real carbon.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be able to go and fly over the Etihad Stadium without any problems.
Is this some random ass Chinese company, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the conference game? Attendance 37,000.
Has Master Air Screws come out with a Nevada too?
Yeah, Drozdin
oh,
can
yeah.
go and play there.
Not yet.
Only 2 miles away.
You know, you think they would be ready to release those, you know, within a week or so after the drone
Yeah.
come
Well,
out.
it's been a month. I figured they'd have been out by now.
Because I mean, it's nothing for them to get a hold to get a hold of some props off that thing a week after it comes out and do a scan on it and start pumping them out.
When did they start? They won't start till 4.
Yeah, no. I mean, the only reason why everybody wants Arsenal to win and West Ham is because how much of cheating Man City have done. And the FA have done fuck all about it.
Trevor says all football
But
matches
what
have now
cheating?
been cancelled.
Yeah, but you took only 2 weeks to investigate fucking Everton.
Oh.
It's been going on for years now.
Yeah, well, that can't affect this year's results if it's from 3 years ago.
No, but they get a points deduction and they then get
Yeah, but the points deduction won't be until next season anyway.
yeah, but what they could just ask them to leave the Premier League and then they have to apply for the Football League. But the Football League will then say, well, actually, you're under investigation from us as well. So, no, you're not getting a golden ticket for the Football League. And then the conference ain't going to say no to Man City, are they? Well, it'd be funny if they did.
Well, where did Bury end up?
Northwest Counties, I think.
Because they were losing the stadium, weren't they?
Yeah, they've got it back now.
They've got a couple of companies that have come out with the props with different colors, but it's not masked Astro yet.
But I said I wouldn't trust that a Chinese company saying that something's carbon is probably real carbon. It's probably just carbon print.
Yeah,
Oh,
Right.
I wish Paul Hodges lived near closer.
yeah, it looks like it's a 3D print. That's what it looks like.
Trevor's trying to get under your skin there, David, in the chat.
Yeah, it ain't working. Ain't working.
He said, David, all matches are void this week.
Well, that's all right. We can play.
Only Premier League playing this week.
Oh, I
Well,
definitely
Premier
wouldn't
League
trust it,
playoffs.
Joe, if it looks 3D printed.
Yeah,
Because you definitely don't want a 3D print props.
Well, that the Scottish teams.
You notice that's one
No.
thing people
Yeah,
don't
we'll
try to
talk about
do with their
football later
printers.
on. You don't need to mention
yeah. This
Scotland.
isn't props. This is the protection thing I told you about. But it does look like it's a 3D print, that protection thing.
Yeah, but see, you having a printer now, shit like that, just make it yourself. Wait
Yeah.
till somebody puts a print out because you're just wasting your money, to be honest with you. Especially at $64. I mean, shit, that ain't worth it. That's what a $3, maybe a $2 print, and then them fucking
Yeah.
blades probably cost them 50 cents to make, and they're
Yeah.
charging you $60-some for them. Yeah, that ain't worth it.
There is files for the blades anyway.
There's files for props, yeah, but you notice that people in the drone community aren't real up on trying to 3D print props and use them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm not
there
gonna
has
do
been
that.
a few people that have done it just to test them for a video, you know,
Yeah,
but
like
and they
nobody's
usually say just don't do it.
yeah, nobody's truly trying to print 3D print props and use them on a regular.
Too many fracture points on them.
Yeah, that's like TJ yesterday when he crashed and he messed up one of the props. Matty he had the 4 props. Matty took the drone and clipped the opposite propellers off where he had the blades off, so he had only 2 blades left on each one, so he could fly it. I told him, I said, I wouldn't fly it with just 2 blades when it's made for 4 blades or 3 blades. Actually,
5.
he had the 4 blades because it was the original Levada. So I said, I wouldn't fly it with 2 blades. First off, you're overworking the motors. So switch them suckers out. Propellers are not expensive enough that you don't buy them. That
And what drone was that?
it's the original Levada.
Levata.
Yeah, I would have definitely not done that with a DJI drone. Maybe a home build FPV. You might be able to get away doing something like that, but I definitely wouldn't have done that with a DJI drone.
I would have never done that.
You wouldn't have done it with a home built FPV. They tend to have 3 props.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying I could see an
It'd
somebody
only
with
work.
it,
It'd only work on a 4 prop.
but that's something I could see a home build FPV flyer doing in a pinch. But I definitely wouldn't do it on a DJI drone, is what I'm saying. But I could totally see an FPV pilot doing that.
An FPV pilot would have plenty of spare props in his bag.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying I wouldn't put it past an FPV pilot to do something dangerous like that because that's kind of the mentality they have, right? Pushing the limits. So
Yeah.
Whereas TJ didn't have any spare props, didn't have a screwdriver to taking the props off either.
yeah, you should always carry a set of props with you. At least one replacement for each side of the drone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or have another drone that if you mess it up, you got a drone to fly.
And don't use that shit ass screwdriver DJI gives you neither. Carry a decent screwdriver with you.
I think I've got about 3 spare sets of props for each of my drones. And I've only ever had to change 1 prop.
And depending on how much you're flying, if you're doing like Paul flying every day, it's probably good once every 4 months to put a new set of props on there. I would if I was Paul and I was flying as much as he does.
Yeah, it's nice and easy on the Air 2S because they just quick release ones. but
Right.
it's a pain in the ass on the on the minis where you've got to use a screwdriver and unscrew them all.
Oh, yeah. And like I said, don't use that shitty ass screwdriver DJI gives you. Get a decent screwdriver
Yes,
to put in your bag.
Dog, I know you want a biscuit, but they're chocolate biscuits, and you're not supposed to have chocolate.
You buy a set of screwdrivers, and you find the one that fits those screws, and you put that screwdriver in your bag and have a good one in there.
Yep.
It's not
Yeah.
gonna strip the screws out. Cause I've seen a lot of people strip the screws out those shitty screwdrivers that DJI gives you. Plus they just hurt
Right.
your hand. You're trying to like grip it and it's just really small. And
I think it's a Phillips 000.
Yeah, I've got 64 flights on this. And these are the original propellers, but they still look perfect.
Mm-hmm.
but that's the thing though, is if you're flying a lot, there could be stress line cracks in it you can't see. You know, very micro cracks that you can't see. And so it's good. I would say as cheap as props are, if you're somebody that's flying every day, or at least 3 or 4 times a week, it doesn't hurt to change them out every 3, 4 months and just put a new set on there. You know what I'm saying? Just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I mean, it's only $5, isn't it?
Right.
So-
And that's what I'm saying, just to be on
These
the
are
safe
9.
side.
It's 9
Oh,
for the
sorry.
Avata 2. I can't find them
$9.
cheaper. I'm waiting to see Master Air Screw come out though.
Can I help you, young sir?
And Trevor's right. Props wear out over time in the plastic fatigue and they will fail.
Yeah.
It might look good to you, but the plastic could be separating, you know, somewhere and you not see it.
I can't believe that they don't have them out yet.
I know, I'm surprised though. I would have thought they'd have had them out at least a couple weeks after it came out.
Oh, maybe they were taking advice from Lance,
Uh-huh.
and they thought it's not worth making anything for it because it sucks.
Well, I don't know if anyone has read my Facebook, but we have a bamboo issue. A big
What's wrong with
bamboo
that?
issue.
What's wrong
I
with it
woke
now?
up this morning and clearly Wayne has been a very busy person. I had 12
Who?
notifications from Bamboo. One of them was a £26 refund, but only 11 went into PayPal. Okay, sort that out. Then he's dispatched my filaments. Okay,
Uh-huh.
great. And then he sent me a replacement printer. Wait,
Again.
why do I need another one? Right?
Well, why are you arguing with it? He sent you a second one, take the shit.
No. It gets worse. Then,
But they're going to collect 2 from home first.
no. Then, when he tried to arrange the collection, he kept botching it up and sending out more printers. I have now apparently got 7 printers on the way. Right? And they've asked if they can't hold them back, if I could hold them until they come and collect them.
Tell
Which
them
is
you're going to charge them
normally-
you're going to charge storage. You've only got 1-bedroom flat. You ain't got
I
room.
live in a 1-bedroom flat, but this is the worst bit. They're all, according to DPD, due to be delivered on Tuesday morning. I have a council flat inspection on Tuesday afternoon.
Well, can't you
course.
tell? Well, can't you do
You've always got the right to refuse the delivery from DPD.
Yeah, well, I was gonna
Then
say,
they've got to take them back.
can't you
Well-
do just like they do over here and tell them to return them back to tell them I'm not taking these aren't mine, take them back to the sender? I mean, just refuse to take them, tell them that they need to go back, that they were mistakenly sent to you. Cause then they can charge Bamboo for
That's
for
an
that
old one.
fuck up
Yep.
for the shipment back.
It is a plan. However,
David wants a print farm.
no.
Well, David wants to get 7 printers and only send 6 back.
Right. I only got 6, man. I don't know what you're talking about. 7.
Well, no. They are sending 7 printers, but 8 have to go back because I've still got one sat here.
Oh yeah, you still got to send the old one back.
Well, like I said, I would just tell them that you don't want them and that they need to go back to the sender, and then they can charge them for the shipment back.
Yeah, but DPD only paid the delivery driver for delivery. If you decline it, the driver doesn't get paid.
Why was
Gotcha.
Paul showing us a picture of a video camera?
I went looking for something and I found this.
He's going to
Back in a
start using
closet.
frame back up.
I found it buried in the closet that I didn't find what I was looking for, but I found this Sony camera.
Yeah, that's an oldie but a goodie.
Oh, whatever you were looking for, Justin is no longer in the closet.
We need to go through Paul's house. We need to make a trip there.
Oh, I've got shit here that I didn't even know I had.
Like I said,
God, what a car boot sale that'd be.
Joe, I'll stop by, grab you up, and we'll head up to Paul's and we'll go through all this shit. How about that?
Yeah, we'll open up an eBay store up there for about a week.
Dude, I'm telling you, if he just if he got everything out that was worth something and put it out and had an
We'd make a
estate
few
sale.
thousand at least, yeah.
Yeah, you have an estate sale, and what you do is you put like a colored sticker on everything that's not for sale, and you specify that when people come in to look at stuff, and let people come in and just buy out half your house. Get rid of all that shit.
Only
And
one
just make
slight
sure you
problem.
don't give Paul the colored stickers because he go put them on everything.
Well, you just tell them if it's got a sticker on it, it's not for sale. That's
Yeah, but
what
it
they
has
do.
another problem here. Soon as Paul gets that money, he's going to refill that property with to S's.
What's
That's-
up, Bill?
I'm just
Hey,
saying,
Uncle Bill.
he's probably
Bill.
got $5
Uncle
grand
Bill.
worth of just shit sitting in his house he could get rid of.
Well, it's
Pay
not shit. That's the problem, isn't it?
Yeah,
He's
you
got
can pay.
5 grand worth of nice stuff in there that he never uses.
He could probably turn around and
I
pay his
have stuff
property
that I
taxes.
didn't even know I had.
Yeah, you can pay your property taxes for the next 5 years.
Well, here's another for instance. Let me grab this.
Oh Lord. Hey, Bill. Glad to see you got dressed.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you
You
really?
didn't
Tell
come-
the truth.
You didn't come on like Dominic with a robe all the time.
Oh yeah, day off.
I
Sunday, innit?
What the hell is that?
It's a brand new handle for a vacuum sweeper that has this kind of an attachment. I never used it.
Was that the one I told you to when you were looking for a replacement?
Wait,
Has he
I think
actually
so.
got the vacuum cleaner that handle fits?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Maybe not.
Was that the Dyson that you have? He had a Dyson vacuum and it had a hole in the hose. And we
That was
were
about a year ago.
Yeah, I found it on Amazon for him, the replacement hose for the Dyson, because the Dysons are expensive. Those are like
that's
five-
not replacement hose.
$500 to $800 vacuums. And
No,
so
they're
it was,
Dysons are only 300 quid at the most. I've
Not
got
over
3 of
here.
them.
that's not true at all. I have a $400 Dyson hanging in my garage.
I
Oh,
have
we got-
I've got
You guys are
3
getting
Dysons,
ripped.
3 Dysons in my hall.
no, we probably have a bigger amount of selection on them over here.
Oh, there's
doubt
all
it.
different kinds.
Yeah, you
Dyson-
can go to
James-
Walmart and they
James
got 10
Dyson
different.
is English.
He's
That don't
British.
mean anything. It's a bigger market over
They're
here.
made over here.
They made
Yeah,
it.
but it's a bigger market here.
You know, Lamborghini's made in Italy. What's that got to do with anything? Maybe it's cheaper there because they're made there. I don't know, but they're very expensive here.
Actually, you
Yeah.
might have a problem because Dysons are actually made in China now.
Oh dear.
Right.
Gonna ban vacuums then.
Oh,
I
I
got a
understand.
Because
I got a
the
Dyson V6 Animal chart hanging and charging in my garage, and that was $400. And that was several
Oh, that's-
years ago, actually.
That's the handheld one, isn't it? They're £269.
Yeah, but what
No,
I'm
it's not
saying
a-
is,
It's not a handheld. It's, I mean, it's just
Yeah, I mean it's a
vacuum,
recharge. It's a
it's
rechargeable.
this long.
It's a
Yeah,
rechargeable.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, it's rechargeable.
my sister's got the one. They're £269 here.
The V8 is 329.
Mm.
yeah, but what I'm saying is they might be made over there, but there may be more models over here because of the bigger market.
Why would there be more models over there?
Because
when
we
they're
have
made
a
over
bigger
here?
selection on everything over here. I guarantee it.
Yeah, but
because
they
of
make
the-
them over here. Why would he make them over here
And
just
not
to
sell them over here.
them over there and not sell them over here?
Well, I don't know.
Because
They
you're-
make
That would
cars
not
with the
make
steering
sense.
wheels on the left-hand side over here for a reason. So.
Yeah, because they're it's
Yeah,
a
but
bigger.
it's still made with the same mold.
Yeah, but you're talking about an economy and a market that's 10 times the size of yours. Why wouldn't
Oh,
they?
Mark, you don't vacuum your house. Who are you kidding? All right,
I have actually got 5 vacuum cleaners, one of which cost me 1,200 quid,
This is a 5-foot
Yeah.
landing pad.
which was a what's it one, a Kirby.
I thought that was
All
a
right, here's
bedspread.
something we can agree on, by the way, even though it's an English inventor. Dyson's a good vacuum.
They are.
No loss of
Yes,
suction.
they are. No loss of suction. I knew a girl that.
Have you
was her
tested that,
slogan.
Justin?
No, but I told you the story about the lady that returned the Dyson
There's
to
no
Walmart,
loss
right?
of suction so long as you keep the filters clean.
I know, just like any other vacuum.
You
Yeah.
remember
as, long as,
this?
as long as it's clean, it sucks great.
You remember
Yeah.
the Dyson story I told you from Walmart, right?
Looking
Yeah.
a little dirty.
If you
Yeah.
don't actually use it to clean the floor with, they're brilliant.
A
Well-
lady brought a vacuum back, and I about lost my shit up at customer service laughing because she told us her son was jacking off into the Dyson, and now it won't suck up right. And then and then somebody piped up, one of the other employees, and said, "I thought it was no loss suction," and I had to walk to the back of the customer service because I almost lost my shit laughing.
Yeah, right.
then
You
it-
grabbed a Dyson off the shelf. You wanted to check it out. Don't lie.
And then we had literally had to put it in a hazmat bag because the lady said there was bodily fluids in it, and it sat back by the
course.
manager's office for like 2 weeks
Oh,
before
God.
the hazmat people that pick all the hazmat shit up had to come get it. That was the weirdest thing that I've ever had happen when I was up at customer service. Or just like the guy that brought the he bought a printer from a copy machine out of electronics and then brought it back and said it wasn't working. So we always like did, you know, a little inspection of it to make sure the cartridges were still with it and all that they weren't just trying to return it empty. And I lifted up the top and there was two $20 bills on the top of the printer. And I said, "Are these yours?" And he said, "Oh no, I don't know how those got up there." And I said, "Well, if they're not yours, we're going to have to donate it." He said, "Oh no, I'll take it. I'll take it." What he was trying to do,
Come on.
he was trying to counterfeit money, but all the new copy machines will recognize money and it just spits out blank pages. Or it
Yeah.
will print half the bill,
Uh,
or it will print half the bill and that's it. It won't print the whole thing. And I know exactly what the dude was trying to do. When he realized he left the money in the top of it, he freaked the fuck out.
It's so difficult to align them notes up so that you get them matched front to back on both sides of the paper.
Well, the
yeah,
hardest
how in the
part,
fuck how would you know that, Mark?
I was thinking that.
well, the
I
hardest
did
thing,
try.
the hardest thing with American money though is the feeling because they use that special that cotton fiber paper, I guess you want to call it. It's not really paper, but
You know what you do? You take dollar bills and you bleach them white and you turn them into 20s.
Now, you see, you
That's
can't do that.
That's what
Yeah?
people do.
That's why we have all our notes different sizes.
I think you guys just get confused and forget what size the last size was.
The small-
7
the
inches.
small-
the baby 7
the small-
close enough.
Yeah, the smaller the denomination of the bill, the smaller the actual size of the bill. So you can't print a more expensive bill onto a lower bill.
Well, it really all
we have,
depends too, how vigilant the cashier is, because
and we have other security
cashiers,
devices. There's other security devices too. There's a stripe inside the thing that actually
Yeah.
has the denomination embedded into it. There's a hologram strip on.
There's a hologram on
larger
and
bills.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff being. But
Well,
you know,
like
you get dum-dums behind a minimum
There's-
wage. You just grab it, read the number, and put it in their drawer.
yeah, that's why I said it depends on how
There's
vigilant the cashier is.
The
Really,
black
that's what it
light
comes
as
down
well
to.
that shows up something, a watermark.
We got a whole pile of $1 bills that were counterfeit one time, and I don't know how the cashier didn't realize it because they didn't feel real at all. They looked really good to print on them, but they didn't feel like a regular bill.
Yeah, they have pictures
And-
of Margaret Thatcher on them too. We didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Why would anybody want to counterfeit a $1 bill?
Because
Because nobody
they'll
checks them.
yeah, they'll counterfeit the small bills because nobody ever checks those. Most
Nobody checks
places,
20s. Nobody checks 20s. 20s
So
are
you
becoming
go-
a real
You
problem.
go in and buy a $500 drone with 500 $1 bills.
no, what they'll do
No,
is
they get
they'll-
suspicious
no,
about
what
that.
they do is
That
they do a
would be
bunch of
suspicious.
they go to a bunch of stores and do a bunch of small transactions, and then they end up getting partial of what they
Yeah,
spent
they're not going to
back
do a
in
large
real money.
transaction with $1 bills because what will end up happening is, I mean, any place that has a money counter, they have anti. Even my cheap ass $300 money count. We have one for my wife for her chips, and it even has anti counterfeit technology built into it. So, you know, you don't want to do big packs of it. It's actually kind of dumb to do once. Nobody checks 20s anymore, so just do 20s. For all you burgeoning counterfeiters out there, there's my advice to you: do 20s. Nobody checks. Actually, very few people check 50s anymore too, because that gets you like 3 cups at Starbucks.
Fucking Bill's gonna get a knock on the door by Secret Service later. Yeah, we're gonna
Can't
need
even,
to talk to
can't
you
even
for a
spend
minute.
a 50 over here. They
The
won't take it.
£50 note is the biggest bill you can get over here.
No, it's
but-
not.
Most places will not take them.
No, it's not. Common
Isn't it?
mistake. £100.
I've never seen one.
Yes.
We
I have seen a £50 bill.
the only
I
places that
see,
don't
I
like
see hundreds every day.
the only places
Yeah, I
that
mean-
don't like taking big bills is small mom and pop
It's
places, only
different. I
because
mean-
they don't have change half the time to break it. So
Yeah, I don't know why they do £100 bill. I mean,
Well,
that's
actually,
it's $130.
hey, Mark,
Oh.
we're both wrong.
I mean, why the hell would we want to buy something for a?
I
With a
bet you there's a
$100
£500 note, isn't there?
No.
No,
Okay. 1,000?
we used to have $1,000
Well-
bills. I don't know if that's still a thing or not, but
Yeah, there's still a thing, but you'll never see one.
oh no, most people buy them for collector crap, but they're still worth $1,000.
There you go.
But
$100,000.
you are.
yeah,
You know, you can buy sheets of bills too that are uncut.
if Donald Trump could take 4 of those and bring them into the court and they'll owe him change.
What the? Why is this going so
Big-
freaking big?
You saw
the
the
massive A4 sized white 10 shilling notes from 100 years ago, 200 years ago, whenever they were around. They're worth a fortune.
like I didn't know you could buy sheets of uncut US bills, but there was a guy recently, I watched the body cam footage, he got arrested because they thought they were counterfeit. Turned out no, he bought them from the treasury like that. They were just uncut sheets of bills. Apparently you can buy books of them. And he was cutting them himself and spending them, and the lady at the register thought they were fake and called the cops on them. The cops had never seen
Because
that
they-
before, and they thought
Because
it
they
was
weren't
fake.
straight cuts.
They
Yeah.
thought they were fake too, and they arrested him, and then turned out that that was a real thing. I didn't know that either. Apparently, you can buy books with sheets of uncut bills from the treasury. I didn't know that was a thing.
Hey, get G. Bye, get G.
I
So,
get you.
David, do you actually have the King's Head on any of your notes yet? Because
No.
they've just gone ahead and released all our currency with the King's Head on them now. That actually got released last week,
Well,
and should be in circulation.
Why
No,
would they
why-
want to put? Why would they want to put a picture of the pub round the corner from me on it?
I know.
Yeah.
You know, there's just something inconsiderate about certain people. I run a business, obviously. I especially like it when I just open my door, let people in first thing in the morning, and they must have went to the bank yesterday, especially old guys. They went to the bank. The bank teller probably asked, "How do you want this?" "Oh, hundreds is fine." So they walk in and buy a cup of coffee with $100 bill. First
$100
thing in
bill,
the
yeah.
morning with my brand new. It's like, what
Well,
is wrong with you?
And
Well,
empty the float out of your till.
Well, that's why I said a lot of mom and pop places don't like taking big bills just because they don't want to have to break it.
Oh, a couple of
Same over
reasons.
here.
One, yeah, they
Yeah.
got to go to the bank more. Yeah, they got to
Right.
go to the bank more. to get
Did
change.
you have a nice flight?
Places like Walmart and Walgreens, like all the big corporate stores, they don't give a shit. You can go in there with the $100 bill and spend
Oh,
$2.
we take them. You know, at the bowling centers, we prefer cash over credit anyway. You know,
Are you
'cause we
going
pay-
to
you pay-
work or Dad's
you-
Sunday?
you pay fees on that. Where am I going? I'm going to my dad's.
Yeah.
I'm entering the
Oh.
turnpike now as we speak. Actually,
You can't go to the Philly place because you said they shut that place down. Huh?
no, it's gone. They closed up after all. That place was open 20-something years. They're gone. Very sad.
Probably retired. The owners.
Correct. Oh,
Yeah, 'cause,
Laura's
well,
in
I
the
don't know.
chat. Laura's in the chat,
Wait.
David.
Maybe they had nobody who want to buy it or take it over, so they just sold it, shut
Can't
it
see
down.
it.
I
Can't see
don't
it.
know.
He's not
I don't
there.
get it. I mean, he might have been ready to call it quits, and it was during a bad time, you know, or
Yeah,
I guess
true.
I don't know.
Yeah, it sucks
It
when a
was too
place
bad,
you
man.
find
They
a
were
place
awesome,
like
and they were
that.
always busy. I don't even understand it. That place was always busy. Every time we went in there, you'd wait. But
Yeah, it
they got
sucks
no-
when you find a good
Louis.
place like that and then they shut down.
No, you're Rio. Louis. Back
Oh.
in.
Gitchy's going frozen food shopping.
Yeah. Go in Iceland.
Going to Iceland.
Oh, what the hell?
But if anybody wants to have a real laugh,
Mm.
just photocopy a £20 note, crinkle it up a bit, put glue on it, and stick it on the floor, and then walk
What
away.
in the hell did Microsoft Edge added a shortcut to my computer and it won't let me right click on it to delete it. It literally takes me to the website every time. It's from Microsoft AI.
Thank you for using
Oh, for
Microsoft.
fuck's sake.
We
Ah,
can
well,
trust
you see,
that.
it's got artificial intelligence. It's knowing that you're wanting to delete it, so it's not letting you.
Yeah,
It's taking over.
when you try to right click on it, it won't let you delete it.
Do a left click. You're Americans.
Isn't it funny how AI are the initials of Isaac Asimov backwards?
Let me see if I can drag it into the
Hmm.
cycle then. Nope, it won't even let me do that. Alright, I'm gonna have
Well,
to.
Mark, there must be some
Go into
significance.
settings.
Mark, there must be some significance to whoever the hell the name you just said, because I haven't got a clue who the fuck that is.
Isaac Asimov is a science fiction writer that wrote I, Robot.
Yeah. Well, as you can tell, I'm into that not.
Yeah. He's
No,
one of, he's
I
one of the most
understood that,
famous
but-
science fiction writers there is.
When you go on YouTube, every day is science fiction.
Go on Facebook and you see some real science fiction.
But the only thing I can tell everybody is if you have a question that you want to know what you should do, check with Joe.
No.
Has anybody got Siri?
Yes.
Right. Can you ask it? Say, hey Siri, I lost my job today. Please tell me a joke to cheer me up.
But
Tell
you
me
won't
what
be
it
able to.
says.
you won't be able to hear it because
No, but I want to know
talking-
what it says.
Okay. Hey Siri, I lost my job today. Tell me a joke to cheer me up. No, it won't do it while Zoom's open.
Yeah. It's a shame. It's supposed to say, okay, what's the difference between you and a pizza? And then when you said, don't know, what's the difference? It goes, a pizza can feed a family of 4. You can't. Yeah.
Cold-blooded.
Does it really say that?
Apparently, it's a trend going around on YouTube.
There's another reason not to like Apple products right there.
Apple sucks.
Apple sucks.
Justin, they don't really suck. You don't have to go and buy one.
Apple sucks.
Just stick
Hold
to
them
your
on 15 Pro Max.
Apple cider sucks up a straw.
Oh, bollocks.
Fuck.
So you guys were talking about props and whether you need to replace them. If you've actually got a drone that actually does a lot of changing directions and high speed maneuvers, yes, change your props very often because they get fatigued. It's like you're bending the bit of plastic back and forth several times. You actually get a fatigue crack in them, and you won't even see it there, and it will go in midair. We go ahead and replace our props once every 3 months based on the amount of flying time that we actually do. Mainly due to the fact that we don't want to run the risk of having a prop fail on us. So and that was one of the causes of the original Advata actually doing in a prop was actually the sudden move from no forces to the full power. You can only do that a certain amount of times before the darn thing's going to fail.
Well, apparently you can only do that about 5 or 6 times because Alexa on her second flight with her Avata,
Yeah.
you know, she lost one of her props shattered, and it was like the second time she flew the damn thing. So, you know, I don't know about that theory. That sounds like an excuse to me.
Well, Bill, did you hear about our very good friend of ours, Mr. Giggles?
What happened?
He broke a prop on his Avata, and
Did he?
turned around. He turned around, and you know what their solution was? Is to cut off one of the props off of the other ones to match that.
No, he did.
So he ended up with 4 2-blade props instead of 4 4-blade props.
Yep.
Yeah, Matty
That
got
was
him.
a massive result.
Yeah,
But how would you-
Matty did it for him.
But
And
how would
how'd that
you
work
get the
out?
balance just right?
Well, it
You
worked.
wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Because-
And the you know, he's flying it not as FPV. I mean, as in manual. He's flying it, and the software in that thing is counting on a certain amount of thrust and a certain. I mean, his props are going to spin up way faster. It just wow.
Tear up the motor.
Exactly. That was what we
Yeah.
said.
Because if they're out of balance, if the props are out of balance, that will
Oh yeah.
migrate into your bearings and your motors and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So you'll
No,
be
besides that, they're going to spin it it's going to spin it at such a faster rate.
Higher
And
rate.
Yeah.
It's going to be out of control. It's going to go nuts because that thing is tuned for you know for. I mean, that's why certain companies are very careful when they come up with custom blades that go from 4 to 3. You know, because you know they change the weight ratio and the pitch. You know, so that it's only a X amount of difference between what the drone is expecting. You know, I mean, you just cut your fucking mast down 40% by taking 2 blades off or whatever
Yeah.
the percentage is. I mean, that's just 45, bro. I mean, that's just, how did it fly? How'd it go?
Well, he
Well,
was flying it afterwards, and then he
flew.
almost went face to face with another Avata. They missed each other by about a half inch.
He flew it with his custom props, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
two blade
Right.
two
Wow.
blade props.
Two blades on each one of the arms.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
we made him change them out yesterday. He changed them out.
Oh, he's lucky. Lucky he didn't smash that thing up good.
Yeah.
I
He didn't
tell you
have
how
any spare
good
prop.
DJI is. You know, if he broke another one, he'd probably try to put it up with a single blade on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
I
didn't
can't
have any
believe that
spare
Matty
props
just
with
cut the
him.
blades and said,
He
"Here, do
didn't have a
this."
screwdriver. Yeah, I would have thought Matty would have had more sense than that, to be honest. But
Oh, well, yeah, because
it's-
3 of
well,
them were
he-
fine. 3 of them had 4 blades on it, and he turned around on the other 3 and cut 2 blades off.
yeah, so all he did was instead of changing one bad blade for a good blade, he ruined 3 extra blades.
Yep.
Yeah.
What, he doesn't care. He didn't pay for it. It's not his drone.
True.
You know, because you wanted to fly that afternoon, you destroyed 3 props. That's good. Good job.
Mm.
I don't know.
To each their own.
Hey, Trevor, is it
Oh,
dry
we-
and dusty near you?
We found that pretty hilarious, Bill.
Yeah, very much so. Here we haven't had any rain this whole year so far. The farmers that are out over the other side of the hill have gone ahead and they've put their seed in with the hope that there's going to be some rain coming. But yeah, there's nothing on the forecast at the moment. We're getting some really cold conditions, and tomorrow when I go flying, we're getting what I'd be classifying as summertime weather conditions. Nice, nice gentle breezes and a nice sun in the sky. So, yeah, it's been a year that I'm hoping we are going to see some rain very soon. Not that I enjoy wet weather, but if we don't get the rain, reservoirs don't fill up. And on the west coast where I am, we rely on bore water, and that you've got to have rainfall on the ground for it to fill that up, and subsequently, we're getting down to record lows there too. So we could have some problems by the end of the year if we don't get at least half of our rainfall for the year. But yes, it's becoming much like a dust bowl.
Because that don't do your props any good either. Flying through dust tends to wear away the leading edge of your props.
No, Laura. Whenever you charge your batteries, I end up with crap weather. And tomorrow's flight has been planned for 2.5 weeks now. It's going to do a proficiency run, and I've had to get all my ducks just right to actually get the right person there, because I'm actually going up a class of license here in Australia. I'm going to above 25 kilos. So, and to do that, I actually I need to do the flight with a licensed tester being present, and to get all that to happen in a small little crappy town like I actually live in is very, very hard. So no, we don't. Laura, your batteries are not to go on charge.
Well, it's 22 degrees and sunny here.
Yeah, but knowing Laura, if she goes and puts her batteries on charge, the whole world will have record rainfall in an hour.
Mm. Yeah.
You can do it. You can do it after tomorrow.
Pretty freaking hot here. See what the temperature is.
I'm not sure what.
Bill, you're
Echo.
driving up to your dad's house?
What's 22 degrees in Fahrenheit?
22 degrees Celsius is 71
Yeah, I'm going to my dad's.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we're going to 90
72.
degrees today.
72 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, I've
If
got
we're going to
currently
90
got
degrees, I'm going by the river.
yeah, I've got a currently got 14.8 degrees outside. The temperatures are coming down to wintertime conditions for nighttime, but I'm still getting those really nice 25-degree days, beautiful sunshine and wind. And normally at this time of the year, we'd have trouble with winds. Tomorrow's forecasted wind at flying time is light to moderate. So
Ours is 10 miles per hour, gusting to 21 at 200 feet.
yeah, so I've got nothing to worry about. I should pass with flying colours tomorrow, if I get the right weather conditions. But,
What kind of drones are you going to be flying that are over 25 kilograms?
the big Agros.
All right.
Like we've got one that's on that we've got on trial. Hasn't been released yet, but the fire service has actually got that to play with at the moment. We'll be able to tell more and show pictures soon. But that's got the availability to voluntarily soak a tree or whatever. Because as you know, if you get a big fire, you actually get the centers of the trees burning when nothing else is burning around it. Getting up get up over the top of the tree itself and actually drop water down into it by drone is quite a quick and easy way of getting the fire out. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of going up a class rating, and that will mean that I'm at technically the highest class rating that I can actually go to without getting a commercial pilot's license. Because the next stage is above 75 kilos, which is bloody heavy. It's a bit too heavy. And the only people that fly things that are above 75 kilos are fairly well your defence that actually play with their nice big toy drones, and the long run research aircraft that they run off the coast to take temperature readings and all that type of thing that we have down here. And that's a very select group of people that actually fly those. But once you get above 75 kilos, you've got to actually have a full commercial pilot's license. So, I was lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time to get given the offer to actually move up, and because normally an upgrade of this type would actually cost me nearly $800.
Wow.
And I'm getting it for nothing.
Well, that's all right. Can't argue with that.
Okay.
Pissing me off now.
Joe, you're a betting man, yeah?
Joe's a betting
what?
man?
You're a betting man?
Joe's a betting man who doesn't
Yeah.
put bets on.
Right.
Sometimes.
I want Paul, can I share a video?
Sure.
Right. It's a bit of a fight, right? And you can all guess who wins. I won't share sound because it's got Rocky music in it. You ready? So who's going to win, Rio or Bluey? This is the most weirdest of fights.
Probably real.
Rio's the
Fuck
one on
is
the
this?
bottom that's kicking out. I ain't got a clue what he's doing now.
Looks like a mating dance.
Look at that going for the neck.
Do that when I'm constipated, trying to wiggle one out.
Dun, 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 dun.
I don't get why it's not put all the words up. You're supposed to say Rio versus Bluey. Fucking
Every
YouTube.
now and again,
you know?
every now and again, we can hear the music.
Yeah, YouTube's playing up.
The fuck is this? Oh my god, it's pissing me off.
That's going to fucking upload it, bastards.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna lose my shit with this shortcut in a second. I don't know what it is. It says learn about this picture, and I didn't add this to my short desktop, and then you click on it, and it just takes you to Edge.
Yeah.
Well, click on
But I
it, drag
can't-
it across the screen, and throw it off the side.
I tried to drag it and put it in the recycle bin. It doesn't work. If you right click on it, it just opens it up.
Yeah, Microsoft's new way of making sure you don't get rid of Edge.
No, it's
Well-
not actually the Edge shortcut. It's just a shortcut. And all it says is learn about this picture. You click on it and it takes you to Microsoft Edge. I don't know how the shortcut got on my desktop, but I can't right click it and delete it.
It
Hmm.
probably Fortnite.
Oh, for fuck's sake, this is gonna bother me because I don't want it on my damn thing.
Gotta go in your settings and disable that. You'll figure it
Register?
out. No, just in your settings. It'll be in this. They just hide it. Google it.
Well, I don't even know if it's actually something Microsoft did. I don't know why it's on my desktop.
Google it.
I did. I can't find nothing on it.
Use the right words. Use your words.
I put in Doja and nothing came up.
Well, you know, imagine that.
You've got to Google it. How do I get rid of this fucking icon off my desktop?
It did. It said you had to go in the developer, or what was it, command prompt. I tried that. That didn't work.
I don't know.
I'll see if Corey or somebody can help me figure it out. I don't know what it is though.
It's a virus.
Sounds like one, actually.
All right. So what is it again? It's an icon on your desktop.
Yeah, and it says learn about this picture. When you click on it, it takes you to Microsoft Edge photo search. Like if you want to like search a photo and learn about it.
Ah.
Insta learn about this picture. Yeah, now that makes sense.
I'll
Can't
get
you,
up a
can't
Corey
you
and
click
see.
on the icon and drag it over and put it in the trash bin?
Nope, I tried that. Didn't work. I'll get up a Corey and see if he can help me. See if he has any free time today.
Well, if it don't work dragging it across to the trash can, what you've got to do is pick the computer up, throw that physically in the trash can.
The trash can.
Fuck
What,
that. I'm not.
What's the icon look like? What's it an icon of?
It just says the
the
icon is.
picture.
It's just a circle that looks like it has a mountain in it.
Okay.
And it says learn about this picture.
So a
Yeah,
bit
I'm
like
gonna-
like the Paramount movie.
when you open up File Explorer and you go to desktop in File Explorer, is it listed?
Files. Let me see.
And if it's not listed, go to your properties for that folder and tell it to show system files.
I can't
you
even
pick-
go, yeah, I can't right click on it though. It just opens up when I do
No,
that.
no, open File Explorer. You're not listening. Open File Explorer.
Okay.
Go to desktop. You know where to find that?
Yep.
Is it listed? Is it one of the things listed on your desktop on your desktop?
No. I'm wondering if it's something that Microsoft added. And maybe that's why I can't do
probably.
nothing with it.
It's a new feature of Edge.
Well, all right. So click on it, and it's going to open Photo Explorer, which I don't even use.
Yeah, it's like a photo explorer for Edge.
Right. Okay. Probably in your Edge settings, you could probably get rid of it somewhere.
I'll figure it out. It's just annoying me.
Yeah, there was something came out the other day. They were mentioning it, and I went ahead and actually said no, because I don't use Edge because it's got some loopholes in it.
Yeah, because I don't have that on my. Although I don't know, my desktop's pretty dirty. It's got a lot of stuff on there. It may be there, and I never noticed. No, it's not there on my brand new laptop or my old laptop. Are you using Windows 10 or 11?
It's Windows 11, but it just showed up today.
Oh.
Like it wasn't there last night, so that's what I'm saying. It's something that just showed up. Let me see. In Windows, I did an update. Let me see when update history.
Well, if it's brand new, that's probably why you're not seeing Google.
Yeah, it did an update today, this morning
Yeah.
before I got up.
Yeah.
It was
But you Googled those exact words, right? Whatever that.
yeah, and I didn't see anything, but it's probably so new that nobody's putting anything out about it, you know.
Did you put it in quotes?
No.
Put the words in quotes so it's the exact phrase. Spell all the words right too. That's important.
I'll bite my ass.
Did you turn it? Did you turn it off and then turn it back on again?
Oh, fuck off. Oh, hold on. I did find something about it. Hold on. So it says, whenever I start my computer, the app starts and just shows some wallpapers I've already unlocked. See, whenever I click,
Yeah, it's great when people read your stuff and they half mumble it so we can't hear what you're saying. It's good.
well, I'm reading it to myself.
I know. Either read it out loud,
Or don't read it at all.
or not halfway. So they were what?
So it's called, you see this, learn more about this picture desktop icon when using Windows Spotlight as your desktop background, which I'm not doing. You can use the method in the tutorial below to remove this icon and still be able to use Windows Spotlight. I'm not using that. I don't know how that got on.
Are you sure you're not using Spotlight for your background? Are you sure?
No, because I use Wallpaper Engine off of Steam for my backgrounds. I've never had that before.
Yeah, well, what's below it? What's beneath it?
Oh, for fuck's sake! Hold
You're
on.
using that as a wallpaper.
You watch Windows probably went ahead and updated that setting when they did the update. They're very good at that.
Wait, hold on. Oh shit, that was it. So I went in. Okay, so I went into the background settings on Windows, and I turned it off and it went away. Okay.
There you go.
I
There you
don't know
go.
why it changed because I never put it on that. So
There you go. Uncle Bill just comes to the rescue again.
Oh,
You know, Bill, you should open a computer company.
Nah.
don't feed his ego.
Nah, I've done that. I've done that before, actually.
Yeah, I
Believe it or
know
not.
you've done that. That was why I
No.
said it.
And you know what happens? You get people arguing with you, telling you, "No, I'm not using that. I'm not using it. I'm not even going to look to see if it's turned on."
Mm.
People do that.
Yeah.
People do that all the time. No, I already checked that, and of course they did. But they did something else or installed something else that turned on different things that they didn't realize it turned on, or installed other apps that they didn't realize got installed. They'll just argue with you. Okay, you're right. It's just you. It's only you. Nobody else on the planet has that problem. Just you.
Yep.
Yep. You
I
got a
wonder if
one of a kind thing going on there. I'm
So
sorry.
it's
What?
I said I'm almost betting when the computer did the update, maybe it changed it for some reason. It defaulted to that or something.
Yeah, probably.
Because like
So
I
what,
said, it wasn't
Spotlight?
there. Yeah, because it wasn't there last night, but it did an update this morning, so I'm wondering if it
Well, unless
automatically.
it's defaulted to Spotlight from the beginning, and that particular feature wasn't around until the update.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know.
Yep. Like Spotlight changed with the update.
Mark, do you like bubbles?
You might be surprised if you look through your
That's a
settings,
leading question.
see what's turned on.
Forever blowing bubbles. West Ham. West Ham. It's kicked off, by the way.
Yeah, 4 o'clock. Everybody kicked off at 4 o'clock. West Ham is one of our bogey teams.
I know.
I'm not looking forward to the result at all.
I am. West Ham have to win because we have to stop Man City
we
equaling Preston's
don't.
record.
Yeah, I
No,
couldn't
we
sleep last
don't.
night thinking about this.
That's all right.
Just
Oh, bollocks.
worrying about that.
Screw this. Football's cancelled.
City's just
Yep.
scored.
Yeah.
City's
I
just
told you that
scored.
half an hour ago.
I know City have just scored. I just heard next door neighbour shout his fucking head off.
Now football's been cancelled. Any scores are null and void.
Come on, VAR. Come to our saviour.
City are 2 points in front of Arsenal at the top of the Premiership table.
They are now.
So
Wait,
either Arsenal have got to lose against Everton, which is very unlikely, or they've both got to win for City to win it, or else Arsenal will go in front.
Are they regulated?
Regulated in what?
I don't know. I'm just throwing terms out there because I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
But to answer your question, yes,
Well,
they're
the answer,
regulated.
yes.
Hope that helps you there, Justin.
No, I'll listen to you guys talking about that, and it's just like, I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of different like levels and shit. It sounds confusing when you don't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Well, the Premiership is the top division of our football league.
Soccer.
I like JD's put.
Yep.
Well, Murray, what do you think?
And you get 3 points for a win, 1 point for a draw, and no points for a lose.
Well, your guys' football it just doesn't have the same popularity over here. I guess that's more of a
You'd be
rest of the
surprised.
world. No, there is,
The,
but I
Amer-
mean,
the
it's,
American soccer football league is huge.
No, it is,
You've
but what I'm
you've
saying
even got
is,
you've even got Canadian teams playing in it.
but I'm
Yeah,
saying if
it's
you ask an,
huge.
Ooh, now we've really made it.
Yeah, Canadian
The
teams. Oh
Canadians are
my.
playing. Wow.
Yeah.
Ah,
But
Wow.
it is huge, but the fans don't know how to do football. Right? Standing in the crowd shouting, "I think we will win," is not a chant that anyone should hear. Right?
Not
Pack it
really.
in. Just go.
no,
Go.
what I'm saying
If that's
is,
your chant, go home.
if you
Try
ask
not to
an
suck.
average,
Try not to suck. Try
Yeah,
not
exactly.
to suck.
I'm saying over here, if you ask an
Yeah.
average person, a famous soccer player, they're probably going to say David Beckham because that's the one person everybody knows. But if you ask them like NFL or NBA or baseball, they could list off fucking 100 names, but they probably
Yeah,
wouldn't be
but
able to tell you anybody on the soccer team. Most people.
Oh, come on, West Ham, you fucking useless
I
bastard.
wasn't sure there was
Justin,
still an American soccer league.
in what way is David Beckham still involved in football?
No, I'm saying,
know.
but he's so famous from his movies and just
Wait.
he's kind of like the Tiger Woods.
Did you
Over
just
here.
I mean,
ask?
he's not famous because he owns Miami Football Club.
Does he?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know
even know-
that until
I
2 weeks ago when
Hey,
David.
I didn't even know
told me
they. I didn't even know they had a
You
football
guys
club
would
in
know
Miami.
that. Over here, nobody gives a rat rear end.
Yeah,
No, but
like
I'm
I
saying
said,
is,
Miami has soccer.
So
Yeah.
do Orlando.
no, I'm saying
Does
David
it?
Beckham though. He was doing movies and shit over here, and then when he got signed to the American team, it was a big thing because he got a $500 million for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he used to play for him. Now he owns it.
I'm really excited. I'm pointed right in the direction of the Orlando Football Club.
You just
Getting there.
you just don't know how to act, do you, Bill?
Hey,
And
Well, the problem is America don't do sport.
I think they
Yeah.
played yesterday.
yeah, you're right.
You don't do sport, you do adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with David on that one. The amount of fucking damn commercials in football is ridiculous.
Could you imagine trying to play an actual soccer game? Stop! What? I'm just as you. Yeah, but we've got to have an advert.
Yeah, they wouldn't even bother stopping it because what happened while we were gone? Oh well, they went up and down
Yeah,
the
they
field
scored.
several times. Nothing. Nothing happened. Same thing
No,
that
the
happened
fun-
the first hour and a half.
One of the funniest videos I saw was on YouTube was the guy that was watching the football or the soccer game, whatever you want to call it.
Next
Yeah, the
Saturday.
girl
And,
turned the TV off.
Yeah, she kept turning the TV off with the universal remote she bought. Oh, and then the guy was about to score and she turned the TV off and he went fucking ape shit and broke the TV. He picked the TV up and slammed it on the coffee table. Oh, that dude was pissed. And he thought his controller was broken. He was screaming at the remote control. He's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" The dude was so mad.
A few years back, ITV showing one of the World Cup games, as England was on the attack, somebody pressed the wrong button and it went to an advert, so the whole country missed a goal. Jesus, the ITV do a protest outside the station and everything.
Mhm.
They pissed everybody off. And the company who advertised, I forgot who it were, but they've gone bust because everybody stopped buying the products.
Right.
Well, sort of-
Orlando are at home to Columbus, Ohio next Sunday.
There you go.
I had
Bill,
no
put it in your
idea.
calendar.
At 5:30 in the afternoon.
I said the company that Sarah used to work for, Baycare, or not Baycare. I can't think of the company name off the
And
top of my head.
Miami are playing away at Vancouver.
But they sponsored one of the soccer teams here in our area. But most of the board of the medical company that she worked for were from, a lot of the European countries, and they were big into soccer. And everybody used to bitch that worked there because none of them were into soccer, and the only reason they'd go to the games is to get free food and stuff.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
But
you know, it's funny you said you were talking about soccer and you said board. But I think Tempur-Pedic sponsors this team up here.
But no, they used to have everybody come in and watch or they would have invite all the employees free tickets to the soccer games because they were a big sponsor of it. And a lot of people would show up and they would have like a big event outside the stadium, and a lot of people would go to that. But then when the game started, a lot of them would take off and leave.
Yeah. I wouldn't diss soccer fans anyway. Look what
Where's
happened.
Charlotte?
Charlotte, at home, I think.
Charlotte's
Where's
not in
Charlotte?
Florida, is it?
That was like that
Charlotte,
stupid.
Carolina?
What was the name of that stupid ass female soccer
I know
player
it's-
over here that
no,
was
it's
bitching
a
about
place.
equal pay?
It's a city. It's called
Yeah,
Charlotte in America.
Megan-
Where the hell is it?
I've heard
Was
it.
it
I don't know.
Megan Rapinoe?
In Florida somewhere, I think.
Oh my god, dude, she was.
What, Charlotte?
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Caroline.
And there's probably other Charlottes in other states, but yeah, the famous one would be, I guess, North Carolina.
Well, they're playing in Philadelphia.
Yeah, well, look what happened quite a few years back now.
We complain about the distances we have to go for football matches. Nashville have got to go all the way to Montreal.
It's only around the corner. But anyway, don't diss the football fans because Colombia, they lost in the World Cup, got knocked out, and when the team got off the plane, 7 of the players got shot. Now that's taking
Nice.
football to the extreme.
Oh, here we just
Yeah.
burned half a city down.
Yeah, well, but they do that when they win.
Yeah, they
Well,
do it
that's
when they win
amazing.
or they lose.
Pretty much win. You know, no, and see over in Europe, you see, it's just the fans usually that get killed in the audience when they go to serve.
Oh yeah, you guys had
You
a
know,
problem.
You know,
What
I'm
was
talking
it,
shit. I'd love to go to a soccer game. I bet you it's a lot of fun. I do.
Yeah, what was that big
You know,
problem?
I mean,
you
they
guys-
stop to play and shoot T-shirts into the audience and stuff, and they do like that, right?
Not in the UK, you don't.
Yeah, what was that game that you guys had that problem with the human avalanche and it killed a few people?
Human
happened
avalanche.
more than
You
once.
mean-
Yeah,
Right. The disaster you're talking about is Hillsborough in 1989
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the FA Cup semi-final.
They've still
that was
only
down
just
to the
sorting
police.
that out.
Yeah, but that's not the only time there's been injured audience fans at a soccer match in Europe. That
No,
was just the worst. No, absolutely.
that wasn't
No,
even the worst.
No, it wasn't even
We,
the worst.
It was the
we had a-
highest number of fatalities, but it wasn't the worst. The worst was Bradford City a few years before that, when the council had warned the football club that the stand was a fire hazard, and the club had promised he'd put things in place, but didn't. They locked the emergency exit, and when somebody drops a cigarette, when somebody dropped a cigarette into the stand, it went into the thing. It was 2 Australians. And it went into the wood, set fire to the stand, and 56 people lost their lives.
Wow.
And he just had the anniversary of that.
Yeah, we had a thing over here years ago. It wasn't a stadium, but remember that bar fire, Bill? I think it might.
Oh, the
was
nightclub
that-
one.
Yeah, wasn't that in LA or something? Remember when the
Yeah.
pyrotechnics caught it on, and then everybody ran?
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
exits and
yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there was like 40 or 50 people, I think, killed in that because they all
Yep.
ran for the exits and they all hit the exit doors at the same time and it just caused
Yeah,
a
and they
human
stomped on
jam.
each other. Some of the people died just from blunt force trauma. They would be stomped to death by other people
Yeah.
trying to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when they all got to the doors, it just created a jam where they all got stuck and people were literally stuck trying to get out. And yeah, a lot of people died from that.
Yeah, the
they
Keystone
were-
Cops use that a lot in their movies.
That was
Mm.
and they were over
Go on.
capacity too.
Oh, go on.
Like 100 people or something.
Oh, pass it. Go on. Oh, fuck off. You bastard.
I get the feeling that David is actually watching the football.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because Phil Foden scored in the
What
second
noisy.
2 minutes, he took him to score. That's all.
Yeah, it's about now that we actually bring up the color bars, isn't it? Like,
What?
yeah, I remember years ago they had a big thing in this area because we only had the one TV station available, so they did a special switch to actually bring the AFL into town, and just before the last goal, they actually we got up color bars because somebody threw the wrong switch in Port Pirie.
Oh, you mean the test
So-
card? Right, I get you.
Yeah, you know, the nice color bars, and
Yeah.
everyone missed the final goal, the one that made that did the decider. So they sat and watched the whole game, and the big deciding goal, which was
Oh, come
apparently
on, referee.
controversial,
Fucking useless twat.
never got seen because all we got was color bars. The TV station in question actually went ahead and reran the tape of the event after to actually go ahead and make up for making the stuff up. But yeah, it just shows one little button press, and
Yeah.
you can end up with a lot of people very, very unhappy.
I think the Chelsea players just saved the Bournemouth keeper's life. The Bournemouth keeper came running out, miles down the pitch, flattered a player, yeah, which should have been a straight red card, but because the Chelsea player lobbed the ball into the goal, the referee's just giving him a yellow card instead.
Oh, you're watching the Bournemouth game?
No, it just come up on this.
All right.
They're doing that.
Well,
showing
Palace are beating Villa
key
1-0.
moment, yeah. Burnley are getting beat 2-0.
Spurs are beating Sheffield United 1-0.
I think if
Everything-
the referee took his black shirt off, he'd have a blue shirt on underneath.
Everything else is
West Ham,
0-0.
doesn't it? Is the Chelsea game 0-0?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be because he just showed the goal.
Hang on. No. 1-0.
Yeah.
17 minutes.
How far are you from your dad's house, Bill?
Yeah, Sheffield United are beating Tottenham and Man City are winning.
No.
Palace are winning. Chelsea are winning.
Moises
Justin, you got it? I'm going to go get a ship.
Yeah, you're good, Dad.
Chicardo.
Somebody co-host?
What's the exit?
Yeah.
42?
Okay.
I am 44 miles from the exit, and then there's another maybe 5 miles after.
Okay, yeah, you're still a little bit of ways.
Yeah.
About an hour.
Yeah, nah, about 40 minutes.
Yeah, he's on a
Speed
highway
limit.
moving pretty good.
Speed
so-
limit 70.
All right.
Yeah. You've got this, ain't you, Justin? He's only made me a Mark co-host.
Well,
Yeah,
I
there's
always
so much-
ask him.
There's so much to do, Justin. You got it under
Be
control.
good. I've got to take this call.
No. I always ask him that because one day we were on a panel and Paul left and he left YouTube running on his computer and we had an echo for like 30 minutes and none of us were co-hosts and we couldn't mute Paul or do anything. And so we had to sit and listen to this echo for a half hour. So I always ask him before he leaves just to make sure somebody's co-host that way that we can at least mute people and stuff like that if need be.
Right.
Oh, that was annoying, dude. For a straight half hour, we had to listen to a damn echo.
Mm.
City have scored
Fuck
again.
off.
Well, at least Bill's doing better than Don. His video hasn't broken up yet.
Who?
Well, whenever Don goes out and actually shows us streamed video of him driving around, it's always broken and jittery and horrible. Yours is
Florida's not Mississippi either. We're a little, you know.
Yeah, Mississippi's a third.
No, it's
No,
a lot
he
more
li- he-
spread out there.
And I'm driving on a major thoroughfare too, so obviously there's cell towers nearby. There'll be a
Yeah.
couple of spots where I break up, like when you switch from one service to another. But for the most part, it's pretty good. You know, one of the things I learned to do is I turn off the Wi-Fi on the phone when I leave the house. If I'm gonna be
Yeah.
on the road, because what it'll do, it'll start picking up all the hotspots. You know, the comp. Because part of having the fuck do I have, Justin? For my internet. Part of
T-Mobile?
having that is no, for my internet.
Spectrum?
Comcast. Part of having Comcast is their hotspot service for the phone. So, you know, I set it up in the phone just for the heck of it. And what happens is you're going from one hotspot to another hotspot to another hotspot. And in between all that, you get all this breaking up. So, I mean, it'd be great if you're sitting still somewhere and you're not getting good cell service and you happen to be near a hotspot, great. But if you're driving, it's a pain in the ass. So I just turn the Wi-Fi off. Plus, your battery, although I am plugged into the car, but if you aren't, if you're not using Wi-Fi, you should turn it off because it shortens your battery life because it's constantly looking for a Wi-Fi.
And
Helpful
Bluetooth.
hints from Eloise right there.
Mm.
Right. Laura's on her way home, and yes, she's going live. Don't all celebrate.
Because it doesn't help
Hooray!
turning Bluetooth off if you're using CarPlay.
What the fuck are West Ham doing here?
Losing.
don't ask me.
Someone's taking a backhander here. This goes to show how corrupt the Premier League is.
Yeah.
Now,
All right,
Man
guys,
City-
I gotta go. You guys got this till Paul gets back?
Yeah, I've got it.
All right.
Yeah, Man City have committed 125 illegal offences against the fair play.
Allegedly.
No, they have.
No, allegedly.
No,
They've
they
not-
have.
They've been accused of it. They have not been proved yet.
They refused to hand over information, which is 35 of the offences. Right? But anyway, it's taken them nearly 10 years to sort this. Meanwhile, when Everton committed an offence, within 2 weeks, they'd been fined and docked points.
They got given some back.
Oh, that helped.
It did. They're not going down.
See, look, that was handball. He should have been booked. Cheating fuckers.
Yeah.
If it had been the other player, it would have been a penalty and a red card.
What do you think the referees all need to get classes? Do you?
Of course.
Of course they do.
Except for the Liverpool match. They've got VAR to help them.
All right.
But the VAR is not even much better, is it? I mean, come on. They've got video cameras. They've got the technology there to make sure they get the decisions correct. And they still get it wrong. This is why they're voting next week to cancel it. Because all VAR is a bookmaker's dream.
Mm-hmm.
Once they started allowing bets on VAR decisions, that was it. It was game over for it.
But you can actually do in-match bets on what the outcome of the
VAR
VAR
decisions.
will be. Oh, God. That's ridiculous.
It's stupid,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I'm gonna start
Uh,
taking bets now on how many dead bugs are gonna be on my windshield by the time I get there. Because this truck was pretty damn clean when I left the house. And, oh shit! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These aren't little ones, you know. They're
Yeah.
they're,
Yeah, look
they're
at that
annoying.
one
They look
there.
like-
There's one there at the bottom going, "Yo, mate, I want to get off here. Stop! Oi, oi! I want to get back that way."
You want to put one of them wind deflectors on the front of the bonnet so that it throws the wind over the top of the cab, so the insects get up high enough not to
Yeah,
hit the
that way
windscreen.
that way they get blown up right about where my eye level is. That you know, that's usually pretty good.
You know
I've
what,
had them before. They don't. But
Mark? I'm going to do what everybody else does.
What?
I'm going to be a Glory fan. Come on, City.
You're going to turn over and watch Sky Sports Golf and watch the USPGA instead.
Actually, what happened to the Formula One?
That's on as well.
I think it's finished, hasn't it?
I think it was on at
Pakistan
half.
versus Pakistan.
Won it on at
T20.
12 or something.
Yeah.
you know what goes through a bug's mind just before, right after it hits your windshield?
Yeah,
It's
it's
ass.
ass.
It's arsehole.
Mhm.
Well, that one had to take a dump.
When Paul goes back, we've all got to make a complaint that he put Justin in charge and Justin legged it.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with
Yeah.
that?
You got this, Justin? Yeah, you go. Oh,
Yeah,
like his
Paul's
job- it's
flying
like-
the
that's-
ship. No, not
What do
with
you-
his new. Not
What do
with
you
his new
expect? It's like
2S.
his job history. It's like his job history. He takes it, then he quits.
Yeah, no, I don't think his new Air 2S will have arrived yet, Lance.
Oh God.
Yeah, did you hear that, Bill?
No, I didn't. I was bemoaning the fact that I still got like 30 something miles to go. What were you thinking? What? What'd you say?
No, Paul, he got his refund for his Inspire,
Okay.
so he went straight on the internet and bought a spare Air 2S instead.
From the same seller.
Well, it's his hobby. It's what makes him happy. Whatever. How much different than
Yeah.
my dad buying cars every 6 months.
Yeah, I guess at least if he crashes the Air 2S he's using at the moment, he won't
Hey,
have to
Mark.
wait to be able to to start flying again because he'll have
Mark.
it there already. He's only
Liverpool
lost
have had it again. Wolves have had a player sent off.
Why do we keep doing that? God damn it.
They've been
I have,
playing 28 minutes.
Premier protein drink here for my breakfast. I forgot about it, so that's the second time I shook it without making sure the cap was tight.
Well, that's clever.
Yeah, well, I'm a smart guy. Shit. Seems like it's
Yeah.
tight. Why is it?
And it's so tough to get the smell out of the seats on your car.
Well, I'm not. It didn't get on my seat. I have a center console thing that folds down on the back of my middle pickup truck. You know, I got a middle seat, but it folds forward. This great big armrest thing, and
Alright,
it's got a plastic front part, cup holders, and a little tray here that I can. You know, it's very convenient. So I got on that. So I didn't make a mess or anything.
that's all right then.
I'll take that
I
one
mean,
back.
the cap was on.
Get that wrong.
That's what I don't understand. It was on there pretty tight. I don't know why it's leaking. Okay. Oh, it's empty now. So now let's spill iced tea all over the place. That's my new goal.
I had my 4 Weetabix for breakfast.
Yeah, I had to 4 because I had 6 yesterday, and the sleeves have only got 10 in them now, bastards.
Well, no, because I bought the Tesco's brand, and there's 4 sleeves of 12 in it,
Tesco's brand.
and it's half the price of the the proper
Nah,
wheat sticks.
nah,
But it's exactly the same. They've
No, it's
gone
not.
from they've gone from the square ones to the rounded edge ones, and they're exactly the same taste.
No, the Tesco's ones are like cardboard. No, not having that.
Seriously, they've changed. Try them. They're exactly the same as the originals now.
If somebody gave me 2 different plates of Weetabix, I'd tell you which one's a genuine Weetabix and which one isn't.
I don't think you would. Not
I
now.
would. This is like Aldi with their fucking cornflakes.
Oh yeah, you can tell the difference between them. But no, they are good now.
Yeah, you don't. The Aldi cornflakes, you don't even have to have milk to them to make them soft.
Are you guys noticing how many cars are flying past me?
Yeah,
I decided to set my cruise control at 70 miles an hour, which is the
The
speed limit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I'm standing still here.
I actually thought you was going in reverse.
Yeah. I don't know. Let them go. Because, they're in a hurry to go somewhere, I'm sure, very important. No, I wanted to go, I'm going to speed limit because I wanted my gas mile. I'm watching my gas mileage here. Because it's not doing as well as it did a month ago, so which it should be better because I replaced my plugs and all my I put new plugs and all new coil packs on it and everything, and new oil change. Everything's perfect and it's all running perfect. It goes. It seems like my fuel mileage has gone down a little.
Yeah,
So
it will do because you've not worn them in. They always tell you when you get a new car, it takes a couple of weeks before the mileage sorts itself out.
Well, that's that also has to do with modern vehicles and learning, and relearning, the usage. But what a difference in gas mileage, 5 miles. If I set this to 75, say, instead of 70, it costs at least a mile per gallon, a little more actually. So because based on this truck anyway.
Well,
I mean, it's doing 20.6 at the moment allegedly, but it should be more like 23. So it's annoying me. Let's see.
Say for 56 miles per hour, that's supposed to be the most economical.
I'll go 40. That's even better yet. You want to, because right now it's at 2,000 RPM.
56 is the recommended most economic speed.
Well, I would think that would depend on the vehicle, wouldn't it?
No, it's pretty much every vehicle. I
think that's pretty much a generalization. It is. It's a generalization. I have, for example, I have a tow package on this, which means I have a high ratio rear end on this at 3.77 rear, which means I'm not going to get the best gas mileage at the same highway speeds that a truck that has a 343 back there, or whatever, a standard rear end, because we're running more revs on my my drive axle to go the same distance. So it all depends. I get a little better giddy up around town because of it, but it hurts the gas mileage. Actually, my around town is probably a little better because I don't have to step on the gas over.
Anyone see Paul's drone? She's just going under the bridge.
Yeah, but things give massive differences. I mean, the BMW will be lucky if we get 30 miles to the gallon out of it. My old Shogun used to get 21 miles to the gallon, and that was a diesel turbo.
Well, 30 per gallon is pretty damn good, actually. I mean, you're not going to get that with a pickup truck unless you're driving a Maverick or something.
The Seat Arona, which was like a mini SUV, got 60 miles to the gallon.
Up to 20.7. Let's see. Yeah, you see, I'm doing better than that. Let me see. Just a slight hill. they got this thing that's live. You know, it shows. So I am doing better than that, but I'm only doing maybe 22, maybe.
Well, they got an inclinometer on it.
Well, you got the incremental, but there's also this other screen that actually has a live line. You know, it's lying to me like everything else in my life, but it has this kind of live. I don't watch that. That's only.
Yeah, it monitors the
Yeah,
fuel flow.
Yeah, it's a live update. You know, it's actually like a
Oh yeah,
graph.
current consumption.
You know, I mean, I shouldn't complain. It's a full size truck. You know, it's not a turbo. It does just fine. I mean, I had a Ranger with a an old Ranger, an 04. That thing got 15. That little 3.06 only got 15 around town, and I only hit 20 on the highway one time. So this, you know, I'm much more comfortable on this full size thingamabob, and just, you know, I just love this truck compared to that. That was okay. It was a cool looking little thing, but way better gas mileage with way more power and way more utility. So that's pretty cool. You know, turbos are cool and all the boosts and like that are neat, and everybody loves them, but they don't, because they don't last. Anything turbo is not going to last as long as naturally aspirated. It's just not. You know, you're going to get great gas mileage and great power and all that good stuff, but you're still running at higher compressions. You're running at higher temperatures. You know, it's just more mechanical wear. Period. You pay for it. You pay for it one way or another.
Mind you, your miles per gallon doesn't equate to our miles per gallon.
Okay.
Because
Yes.
your gallon is 3.8 liters and our gallon is 4.5 liters.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes. The difference between a
So 30
improved
miles per
gallon and
gallon
a
is
US
really-
gallon.
So 30 miles per gallon is way less than that, apparently. The Beamer you were talking about.
Yeah.
You know what? The people that buy Beamers, I don't think they're doing it for fuel efficiency. You know.
Yeah, 30 miles per gallon is for our gallons. For
Right.
your gallon, it will be probably about 25.
Yeah. Still not bad for a luxury vehicle. To what we consider a luxury vehicle.
Well, it's only a small saloon, really. It's a 318 CSI, which is the 2-litre
Right.
4-cylinder convertible 4-seater.
We still consider that the sweet ride over here. Like that.
Mm.
You know. So you have to fix it.
Yeah. Well, in 2 days' time, it's MOT's due. So it's then got to go and pass the Ministry of Transport roadworthiness test, which means they check all the bearings and ball joints and emissions and rust and all the rest of the shit.
And they don't do that here in Florida. We don't even have emissions in Florida.
Mm.
You know. Here's your registration and good luck. You know, but on the other end of it, if you don't take care of your vehicle and it causes an accident or a problem,
Yeah.
you can get in a lot of trouble. People don't realize that. They let their brakes run down, let their tires run down.
Yeah.
You know, and then they get caught. Then again, they can get in trouble.
Oh yeah, they check all that as well. Minimum wear on the tires and brake pads and
Oh yeah.
all the rest of the crap. Even if your brake fluid looks dirty now, it can fail an MOT. It's fucking stupid.
Mm.
People aren't willing to maintain their vehicle. They should be on the road again. It's not just,
Yeah.
not just your life you're messing with.
No, that is true.
That's good.
I agree. But that costs, it's about £45 to get that done now. Plus whatever needs fixing if it doesn't pass.
Yeah, but we don't even have an inspection sticker in our window. We don't have that, not in Florida.
And we don't have a sticker or anything. It's all computerized.
Well, in states that have inspections, you would have not only an inspection sticker, like in some areas, you'd have two stickers in the bottom left of your window. One is for your registration, which I never understood that. It's on your plate anyway.
Well,
We had it in Jersey. We had it in the back we had a plate in the back and the front, and in your lower left of your window. So apparently, all the police are nearsighted in New Jersey. Got it. Got it. Yeah. You need an inspection flag on your antenna.
Yeah. No, our registration number plate comes with the car when you buy it and stays with the car until it dies.
Well, we got a license plate that we can transfer from vehicle to vehicle, but you got a sticker. Every year you pay your registration. Every year you pay your registration fee, and you get a new sticker for your license.
No, you don't get that here now. You get a road tax every year, but which used to be a little sticker in the windscreen. But even that's computerized now.
What's your road tax like? I mean, we don't have that in Florida, but I know there's some states they pay like $1,200 a year
It
to
depends
have a vehicle on the road.
Yeah, it depends on what vehicle you've got. It goes on emissions and horsepower. So, like, for some of the new cars that are like the Arona that was like 60 miles a gallon and a 3-cylinder turbo engine, the road tax on that was £20 per year.
Well, that's not bad.
The BMW, the road tax is £350 per year.
Yeah.
If I had a Subaru Impreza, the road tax would be over £500 a year.
It's quite a bit.
Mark, have you got the stream up on your TV?
Yeah.
Have you got
15, so.
Yeah. Have you got subtitles going? On the bottom.
Don't know, can't see.
I think somehow the
yes.
the Zoom annotations come on.
Yes. I don't know who was messing with it. Why did it go full screen on Paul's Bridge?
What, on the video?
Yeah.
I shared the stream live.
Oh, with you, all right.
To see if I could see his drone.
Ah.
Yeah, don't worry, they're not taking over.
Yeah, obviously, if you're driving an articulated lorry or a semi, as you call them, then you're talking in the thousands for the road tax.
Gets in! Oh, West Ham scored.
I think the registration a year for this truck is like $35.
Nice later, Joe.
But like the insurance on the BMW is almost £800 a year.
Well, now insurance is a different story.
Oh, I got to turn the captions off.
My two vehicles insurance is about $200 a month.
Yeah, mine on the BMW works out at £78 a month, which is probably about $90, just over $90.
Yeah, but you got full coverage on that, I imagine.
Yeah, that is full coverage. Yeah.
someone's got control of Paul's computer because they've turned the annotations on.
The problem with insurance in Florida is, unfortunately, we have the highest rate of uninsured vehicles on the road. So you have to carry uninsured motorists, which comes out to about 40% of my insurance bill.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of them will say that you're covered if you're hit by a non-insured driver. But
Right. I mean,
over
I
here-
don't have to.
over
I don't
here-
have to have that, but you're crazy if you don't.
over here, it's law to have insurance. If you don't have insurance and you get pulled over, your car's going to get crushed.
Yep. They seize it, crush it. Or sell it.
Now, here in Australia, they found out that if they actually seize a vehicle, they couldn't sell them. So
Yeah, they
it
can't
is-
sell them. They can only crush them.
No, they
So,
do auction
now-
them off.
So now they go ahead and crush them, and they invite the person who owns the vehicle down to watch their car be
watch it.
crushed.
You remember back in the 90s when they had that big truck that we used to go around and crushed a vehicle and just leave it at the side of the road with a little sign saying non-payment of tax, road tax.
No, I don't remember that, but I think I have heard that before. Yeah.
It's funny, you'd turn the corner and just be like a big crushed block at the side of the road.
And you need to send them a bill to clean it up.
Oh, if
The
they
owner of the vehicle.
that's it. If they seize your car and they take it to a pound, it costs a fortune.
Yeah, to get it back, you got to pay storage fees and release fees.
Yeah.
And if you don't pay
When
it,
when they did that with one of my dad's old cars, when it had no MOT and it was parked on the road because he hadn't had it fixed yet, they took it. Because one of the neighbours complained, fucking twat, and the amount of money to get it back was more than the car was worth. So we just said, "Oh, keep the fucking car. We don't want it."
yeah, but that's what they do now. When they seize your car, you get the option. If you don't pay it within so long, they can sell it. Gets auctioned off. And the money goes into the donut fund. I mean, the police commission fund.
Yeah.
Everton won, Arsenal won.
Yeah.
It's amazing. West Ham scored, and there was absolutely no noise come from next door at all.
Oh, Fulham have just scored. No, Luton have just scored.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
I can't see what they're
Newcastle-
still playing.
Newcastle, Newcastle are beating Brentford 3-0.
Yeah, I can't see what
I
they're
don't think
playing
they're winning.
because all the scores are going to be void after today because I've decided it's a non-match day.
Palace are beating Villa 2-0.
Yeah. I mean, if you're
Hey,
going
Trevor.
to do it, the last game of the season is to get best day to avoid the scores.
Trevor, they're going to have to rush because on Tuesday night, I think it is, Newcastle United play Aston Villa at Melbourne Cricket Club.
Ah,
And they're both playing today here.
I don't think it is this Tuesday. I think it's the following Tuesday.
No, it's this
Oh.
Tuesday.
Freaking hell. Fulham
It's the,
scored.
it's the 22nd.
Fulham scored on 43. Luton equalised on 45. And then Fulham went down the other end and scored again.
Sorry, Wednesday, the 22nd, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's this Wednesday. So they've
Yeah,
got
it's-
like 3 days to get to Australia.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
yeah, it's not a problem getting here. It's getting acclimatized. That's the problem because you've got to remember
9 hours in front.
Yeah, well, you've got day at the moment. We've got night. It's early hours of the morning here. So
It's being
it,
played at 10:45 our
Yeah,
time.
and
So
who they
that's
play? Yeah, who they
that's
play?
quarter to 8 at night your time.
Yeah, who's playing?
yeah,
Newcastle United and Spurs. Sorry,
Yeah,
not Aston Villa, Spurs.
yeah, I was gonna say. I just looked at it. I was like, huh?
yeah. No, I wouldn't do that because it would bring in so much fatigue in the players. It's not funny.
And
Because
then on Friday, Newcastle will play the A League All Stars.
What, in Australia?
Yeah, all the League One playoffs is now on the Sunday, not the Monday. Yeah, it's an
Yeah,
invitation
what's it?
round of games.
The FA Cup is Saturday
Yeah, and the
and
championship's on
the
Sunday.
championship is Sunday. Yeah,
It's normally on the Monday.
so you want me to close the Melbourne airport, do you?
it would be a bank holiday. Yeah,
Yeah, you can do. Doesn't matter to us. It's only Tottenham and
yeah.
it's the only
Yeah,
cup
well,
competition Tottenham will ever win.
Newcastle and Tottenham.
Them, Adelaide, and us have all had fog early hours of the morning.
Well,
Which is
Spurs are only beating Sheffield United 1-0. Newcastle are winning 3-0. It's against Brentford, who are halfway up the table.
Bill, those are looking like storm clouds in front of you.
Good God, that's ridiculous. Arsenal and Everton are still playing after 52 minutes.
Yeah,
No, they're pretty fluffy.
Right. Yeah, I was wondering whether you've got a thunderstorm coming through.
In fact, so Liverpool and Wolves.
It's just fluffy clouds.
right. For those that don't know, the event that Newcastle and Tottenham are playing in is called the Global Football Week Melbourne, and it's promoting the UK Premiership in Australia and the A League to the UK.
Well, Melbourne's a good spot for you to have that.
You know, I get off the turnpike in 3 minutes. I forgot. I'd never even called Dad to tell him I was coming. Be there in about 12 minutes. I'm going to give him a quick call.
Yeah, get him a chance to get his girlfriend out the house before you get there.
I made a quick stop on the way back.
Yes,
Boston
we
Greens.
see, we see.
Paul, somebody's turned your subtitles on.
Yeah. Came on halfway through the stream and
We don't know who. There's
JD
somebody in your house.
Well, JD says it's when Bill spilt his iced tea. And Paul, we need to have a discussion on your selection to take over your show. Because you went, Justin, have you got this? And he said yes. As soon as you left the door, he went, right, I've got to go now.
That does not surprise me.
He'll be back in a fortnight. But now you're back, Paul, I'm going to depart the building as well. We've got Laura on her way back.
God help you.
Yeah,
He's not gonna be any-
I didn't say
he's not
that out
gonna be
loud,
any
did
help.
I?
just a little.
Oh, shit.
Went down, looked and didn't see him.
That's it. The batteries are definitely going on charge tonight now.
We were supposed to
I
get a
know they-
thunderstorm an hour ago.
They sell them styrofoam ones.
It never happened.
We've just got sunshine
Oh, it's
forecast for all
yeah.
day.
Well, we've got sunshine, but we were supposed to get a thunderstorm because it went really, really hot and humid earlier. But it's cooled down now.
That was called
Storm never
summer.
happened.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was summer.
just a thunderstorm just north of the border.
21 at 6 o'clock, 21 at 7 o'clock, 20 at 8 o'clock, 19 at 9 o'clock. Oh no, 18 at 9 o'clock, 16 at 10 o'clock.
I think I should treat myself to two of them.
And
Yeah, I
14
would.
Yeah,
at
not
11,
good for you.
13 at midnight, 12
not-
at 2
They're not
o'clock.
good. They're not good for you. You're gonna have to pack them up and send them over here.
What's
And
the lowest temperature?
lowest it's going to be is 12 degrees from 2 o'clock till 7 o'clock.
Same here. But tomorrow's only going to get up to 20, apparently. And then Laura's putting the batteries on charge on Tuesday because it's going to piss it down Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
That'd probably be right. Yep.
David, how many times has Laura actually flown that drone? Not charged the batteries, flown it.
4 times, I think.
Four.
How many times has she charged the batteries?
About 6, 7.
Mm-hmm. Tomorrow it says 19 and cloudy. Tuesday 19 and cloudy. Wednesday 18 and rain. Thursday 16 and rain. Friday 18 and cloudy. Saturday 19 and sunny spells.
Yes. Well, on that note, we shall catch you all later.
Okay, I think we just call it. David
Alright.
says to call it. Okay, David, we'll see ya. Everybody in that's been here, and thanks for covering for me. We'll see all of you again later this afternoon, 5 o'clock Eastern time. Bye for now.
Why?
Gotcha.
Well,